Big up, guys. How's it going? Hope everyone is well. I'm absolutely awesome, as you can see there. 7 up calls you first. Absolutely. Did anybody actually expect that today? Because I know I sure didn't. I said I want a reaction, but that wasn't the reaction I was exactly expecting. But you know what? I'll take it. Absolutely amazing. Big up, Steph. How you doing? And yeah, absolutely brilliant. Big up to Joanne as well. Jez will probably be on his way in a bit. And yeah, this is the final whistle. What a final whistle it is because that was just amazing today. That was amazing. I mean, I didn't get the watch along done all 90 minutes because obviously I got up late, but to actually see what I saw after that, it's just amazing, mate. Yeah, seventh heaven. Yeah, 100%. Can't knock it one bit. Played really well. Looked at the highlights today. Afterwards, sort of things. Obviously, I missed the first. The goals was awesome. First one was like a was an own goal, and then the second one. I mean, Woodsy just on hat trick again. I mean, mate, honestly, we ain't messing around. We're not messing around. Like I say, I did expect that we was going to get some kind of, that we was going to get some kind of reaction, but I certainly didn't expect it to be that good of a reaction. So I couldn't be more happier than that. 7-0 against Brighton. Everybody was saying before the game like 1-1, 2-1, all that kind of thing, but 7-0. Do you think that'll get the Brighton manager sacked or what? Anybody think that that might happen there? It's possible, I suppose. I mean, they know that we are capable of like playing some good stuff when we can. So I think it was awesome today. I think Morgan Gibbs White was absolutely 100% brilliant. Chris Woods, not a player really that I can say anything bad about. Sells, just amazing, absolutely amazing keeper. Seeing that and performing like that when you're under pressure, just got beat 5-0, might even, some players might even look at that and go, yeah, Forest are a team worth going to. So I've been watching a film, Talk to Me, fairly good. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the one with the hand, isn't it? Yeah, the one with the hand. Yeah, it's pretty decent, that is. Yeah, 7-0 was brilliant. Yeah, Forest on fire, buddy. Seagulls obviously don't like trees. That's it, mate. That's it. I think everybody thought that the tree had been cut down by Bournemouth, but it wasn't cut down until that tree wasn't cut down, mate. It was just waiting, just waiting. Big up Carl Rossi, all right, matey. You've got the UFC thing coming up soon, and it's on earlier, isn't it? Yeah, big up Brighton. We'll be drinking 7 Up. Absolutely. I'm not sure why they'd be drinking it, mate. It says they should be drinking it. But, right, hello, Cole, and that's from Joanne Smith. Like I say, Jez will probably join at some point, possibly Mama Flossie. I'll do what I normally do. I'll stick the link in the chat if anybody wants to jump on and just have a say or whatever. Main topic's going to be today's fantastic battering of Brighton, obviously, but the rest of it we'll see. I don't know how you pin like links or whatever, so I've no idea how you do that. To be honest with you, I've never actually done anything like that, so I don't know how you do it. Carl and hey Joanne, hey Stephanie matey, and there's the link. What's the table like now? Well, we've got the same points as you guys. We're both on 47 points, and Liverpool are on 56 points. Let me just have a look. You're not stopping that train, I don't think. You're not stopping that Liverpool train. Mind you, the first goal, first penalty, that's not a penalty, I'm afraid, and in all due respects, the people on VAR. Now, I understand that a referee can make a mistake because they get to see it one time and that's it. I get that. What I don't understand is VAR people are watching that thing 3 times and you don't call that out that he kicked his own fucking leg. That is disgusting. Should be sacked. should be fired. So Liverpool are on 56 points, Arsenal 47. We've actually taken the goal difference away quite a bit. It's only 10 goals in it now. We're on 47 as well. And then after that, it's Manchester City and Newcastle on 41. So we can't lose the third spot this weekend. There's no way we can lose it now. And you know what? It's brilliant. Big up air to always, by the way. And cool, hopefully Forest will overtake us. Mate, I wouldn't put it past us. Yeah, Liverpool's year, it looks like. Then again, football can be mad. Yeah, 100%. I mean, there's still things that can happen. I think Liverpool's still got to play like Manchester City and one or two other big games as well. So, I mean, that Everton game, Everton are on fire at the minute. So that one could make them come unstuck as well. You never know what might happen. I'll tell you what, if we actually did win the league, I mean, I'd be in. Oh, mate, it would be absolutely amazing. Amazing. And I'd win $2,000 as well, which would be absolutely more amazing. Although I'm not bothered about that. I'm more bothered about what Forest do, really. But have you seen that video what I just posted where Marianakis is there waiting for the players and the manager to come up? That's proper unity, that is. That's proper unity. Mo Pen Salah. Yeah, it wasn't a pen, was it? Did you actually see it? That was not a pen. Gakpo kicks the back of his own leg. And I watched the Liverpool reactions after. And I was quite disgusted, really, because not one of them turned around and said, that's not a pen, but we'll take it. I think one of them did. That's not a pen, but we'll take it. It definitely wasn't a pen. I don't care what anyone says. He kicked his own bloody leg, for fuck's sake. I look like a bloody Saudi Arabian in this. Like I'm from Saudi. Yeti Top Gooners think a cement mixer is an Irish tumble dryer. No, that don't surprise me, mate. I think you might have that wrong because you just said they think, and I don't think Top Gooners think at all. Not long until we sign Rashford. Well, apparently it's all sorted out with Aston Villa, so I've heard. It's not happened yet. Be one hell of a stream if you did. Oh yeah, it'd be epic. Epic, mate. Epic. And if you won the league, you will run down the street in your pants. But I do that every week anyway, so it wouldn't be anything new, would it? And I've made peace with it. We are not leaving this period of success with a single title. Other people can delude themselves all they want. We'll be talking about the exact same failure next season too. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you. Why is have I actually left this set where the camera's really close to my face? I don't know why it's actually doing that. Just have a look. Got a new NVIDIA broadcast. And where is it? No, it's not. It's not. I don't know what's actually going on there. Then just got the virtual background on, and then there's like this. Is it? No, it's not that one. Which one is it? No, it's not that one. No, I don't fucking know what it is. It's that one. That's it. They go da da. So will Arsenal beat Manchester City? Dun dun dun. Oh, mate, it's good fun, that. Right, he would go commando, I think. I do that every week as well. Do the helicopter most of the time up and down the street. So, I'm on a watch list, I'm afraid. Hit a like, please. Yeah, big up to you, Carl. And, camera is closed and audio is a bit muffled slightly. Is it really? Hold up, let me try and... I'm using this new thing here. Let me get rid of that. Is that all right? Because they've basically changed a lot of these things. So I've like took them off, sort of thing. So it should be a lot better now. If it should be working all right. I don't know why the camera's like so close to me. I don't normally. Oh, that's a bit better. Yeah, that's better. Right, yeah, camera is closed and audio is a bit muffled. Underwear is a social construct. Yeah. Arsenal failing to win the league would have been slightly bearable if we were able to pick up some cups here and there. Problem is, Arteta absolutely stinks in cup comp as well. 0 cups, 0 finals in 5 years. Mate, preach it, bro. Preach it. I think it's quite damning as well for us to come into the league and be in the league for like what three seasons and already be challenging you lot. Do you guys not think that's? I mean, look, it's awesome for us, obviously. I think Mike is acting up a bit, mate. Okay, don't know why. Should be all right. Let me just make sure. Actually, has it done that thing again? It's on the webcam again. It's on the webcam again, mate.
That's why. There you go. Should be better now. It's managed every time I put this on now, it goes onto the webcam. I don't know why, which is why it'll sound far away because the webcam's right over there. So you're not, so it's not going to sound good in that respect. That means I can actually try and use these again, see how these work. Right, so you've got that. So we'll leave it on that, and then there you go. I think Mike is acting up. Arsenal pantomime settings, they behind you. Yeah, lovely. And that's better. Yeah, it's because every time I put these streams on, for some reason it goes straight to the webcam and does the microphone as the webcam instead. And that being right over there is going to sound like, it's not working properly. But yeah, it's all sound now. But yeah, so, I mean, what do you guys think of it? Because, I mean, I'm absolutely amazed and loving every minute of it. We've got such a team spirit. We've got such a team spirit now that it's amazing. Sound is sound now. sound. No, I can't do Manchester, but you know what I mean. Right, here he is, Jezza. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yeah, missed a good game today.
You did, mate. Absolute banger and all.
I'll catch you on match of the day in a bit.
Mate, played some really, really good stuff today. Elanga got like 3 assists. Woods got an hat-trick. Morgan Gibbs White played everybody off the park, basically. Honestly, I said I want a reaction, and that is a reaction. That is a major reaction, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Can't deny that. I mean, bashing Brighton up 7-0, that's no easy feat. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. It was, I enjoyed it. I feel like I'm a bit low down now. Just drop that down a bit more. That's a bit better. But yeah, I mean, it was just quality. I mean, I missed the start of it because my alarm went off. And I turned it off, didn't I? And woke up about 12:45. So it was about 2-0 when I actually got on it and started watching the game and stuff like that. We was just electric, mate, right from the beginning. Absolutely electric. And if you actually look at the standard of the teams that's possibly like going for the title, even Liverpool, we're probably on a better form than they are at the minute.
Well, we're going to see very quickly in the next few weeks how Nottingham Forest, after your kick in at the last week at Bournemouth, bounce back like that.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
Credit to your team, credit to your manager. Because he's got you lot firing. Last week was obviously a little glitch, which happens.
Yeah.
But no, respect. You know, glad to see it.
To be quite honest, I think you need things like last week. But I've always said this: when you get comfortable, just winning, you get lackadaisical, don't you? So sometimes to actually lose and wake yourself up again and get yourself out of that trance that you can't lose, I think that can sometimes be a very good thing to going on to bigger things, personally.
Yeah, I think you have to give absolute credit to your manager.
100%.
He's got your squad on fire, And he's obviously, I don't know, instilling something into them to say, you know, let's not let this go. So we chatted about it last year, watching last year, weren't we? And I wasn't expecting anything like this, but yes,
me neither.
It is good to see.
Oh, mate. Well, I mean, I think the thing is with Nuno, I think he's learned a lot. I think he's learned a lot from like his time at Wolves, because at Wolves he'd lose his rag and he'd proper go into the team and have a right go at him. I don't think he's done that. I think he's just basically sort of like after that 5-0 loss, I think he's just gone in and said, I don't need to say anything. I can see by your faces, you know, how you feel and all that kind of stuff. I don't need to say anything. Just put it right next game. And they certainly did that.
Sorry, but I didn't quite catch what you said. You're a little bit muffled. Sorry about that.
Oh, is it gone muffled again? Yeah, basically, what I was saying is basically, I think after that 5-0 loss, he don't look like he's as angry as what he used to be, where he used to kick off and get annoyed and stuff. I think he's sort of like learnt from his past and he's chilled a bit. And I think he probably, after that Bournemouth game, I think he just took a look at the players and was just like, nothing really I can say, to be honest. I can see on your faces the disappointment that you have and all that kind of thing. And, you know, put it right in the next game.
I think a lot of it, if you want my honest opinion, is that you've got a team that actually respects the manager.
Yeah.
They can see what he wants to achieve. They can see what he's trying to do. And once you have a team like that and they've got faith, you know, like in the good old days of Forest when you had Peter Taylor and Brian Clough, they'll go for a brick wall for the manager.
Yeah.
And I think that's the culture you've got right now. And yeah, I mean, you can't knock it, mate. You cannot knock it. Wouldn't it be fantastic, right? Wouldn't it be fantastic, right, to see Nottingham Forest next season in the Champions League?
Oh, mate, it would be amazing. It would be amazing. I'd do everything I could to get to at least one or two of the games at the City Ground. You know, because I'd do everything I possibly could. Big up DJ Crane, you're all right, mate. But yeah, that'd be the dream. That'd be the dream. And, you know, I mean, I think personally the title's Liverpool's. I thought today their first penalty was dodgy as hell, to be honest. He clearly, Gakpo clearly kicks his own leg, back of his own leg. And I can understand the referee or a linesman not catching that because it's very quick to happen. But them guys in VAR, they should be sacked because 3 or 4 times they watch that and there's no doubt about it. He kicks the back of his leg. If you get a chance, you watch the highlights of it and you'll see that he kicks the back of his leg, mate. It's disgusting penalty. And not one of them has turned round and said, oh, well, you know, I don't think that was a penalty, but we'll take it anyway. Now, I would have at least said, that's not a penalty, but I'll take it. Do you know? I think sometimes you have to have a little bit of humility and just, like, say it the way it is. Yes, you want to win the title, I get that. But don't do it by cheating. I mean, the second goal was awesome, really. Carl says, everything I see coming out of Forest looks to be unified and happy club and fan base in unison. That can be powerful. Massively, mate. Massively. Question to Jez against Man City. Where do you think the game will be won and lost? Mine is the midfield. But if Neto starts, we might as well forfeit the game. He gives me Runarsson vibes.
Yeah, very good point.
Is he that bad?
Pardon?
Is he that bad, is he?
Well, didn't you watch him the other night? Try to save the ball outside the box.
Yeah, what? I didn't watch it. No, I didn't see it.
He was 10 yards outside his box, got caught cold, and dived for it. You know, that'd be a red card. Yeah, come on. I think
stuff.
It's going to be a tough call tomorrow. Man City have come back into their stride. Yeah. Arsenal have never hit their stride. Let's be fair about it. And yeah, it depends what he does. If we have Partey at right back, God help us. And yeah, if we've got Neto in goal, if it is true that Ray is carrying an injury and Neto starts, wow, Miles has shut the doors at 3 o'clock and give him 3 points.
Yeah, 100%. Big up TJ Warren. How you doing, matey? Haven't seen you in here for a good while, mate. And huge win for the Trees today. Massive, bro. Absolutely massive. Loved every minute of it, mate. If you want to come on, I'll send you the link in a minute if you want to jump on. I'm going to get a drink in a bit anyway. But yeah, I think looking at Liverpool, I think it's pretty much Liverpool's. But tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, best for me would be, I mean, you're not going to like this, but the best for me would be an Arsenal loss or a draw.
Of course it would for you. Of course it would.
You know?
Yeah, of course it would.
Because we're catching up on that goal difference. We're only 10 away from it now.
That's a massive help today, that's for sure. 7 goals.
100%.
I actually had a look before you went live of the difference now, you know. So, yeah, if we lose tomorrow, briefly, very, very briefly, if let's say Man City win 2-0, let's just argue that puts us on a goal difference of, well, yeah, it helps you massively. It makes a goal difference of 9 between you and Forest.
Yeah. 100%.
So
interesting what DJ Crane said here. Imagine that Rossi Nuno gets as Forest another European title inside 3 years. And Arsenal have only 1 final to show for it.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting?
Oh, mate, can you imagine it? Just three stars. Can you imagine it, mate? Oh, my days. You'd have stars in your eyes, mate. You will. You know, matey, it would be the perfect thing to slap the cultists of our fan base into reality. It would be hilarious. DJ, why don't you hop on the show? You can hop on, mate, if you want. Let me just find the link again. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I wanted a reaction, but I didn't think it was going to be that reaction. That was absolutely insane, wasn't it?
Wow, yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, 5-0 down against Bournemouth and come back and win 7-0. I mean, I don't ever remember that happening.
No.
To be honest,
that's insane. It's like, I mean, I'd have expected and I'd have been happy with like a draw or a 2-1 win or something like that. But to absolutely decimate another team and score more than we got beat with the game before. And I think there was something that Mama said that's the first hat trick for us since, I can't remember when she said that, but there was a stat she came out with, but that's first hat trick at the City Ground since what was it? Nigel Clough. But she said the date as well and when it was and the year, and I can't remember what it was now. But there was another one as well on YouTube. Highest win. I think it's the highest win since 97, 98 at the City Ground or something.
Fair play.
So we're definitely coming back.
Let's throw it in the mix. Right now, Tottenham are 2 spots above relegation. Love it.
Oh, they actually 2 spots above, are they? What do you make of that? Because they got talks with that guy, didn't he? Mathis Tell or whatever his name is, Bayern Munich. Levy went over to do the talks. So the club had agreed everything. Levy went over to do the talks with him, and then he turned it down, said he didn't want to go.
I'm not surprised. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you?
It's weird though, isn't it? What's Levy actually said that's like turn the guy off sort of thing?
I wouldn't have a clue, mate. To be honest with you, I don't know enough. But I also see Ormstein saying that Rashford's going to Villa.
Yes, I've heard personal terms have been sorted, haven't they?
Good luck, Villa. Jesus.
Yeah, I've heard that the personal talks, personal things have been sorted. So I think that's probably going to happen soon.
Yeah, but just going back to what you were saying there. I don't know what Levy said. I don't think he's the sort of guy personally inspires inspiration.
No.
I don't.
I agree.
Let's be honest. Any player looking right now, they'll have done their research, or their agent certainly done their research and said, "Do you really want to go to this club right now?
Yeah.
You really want to go there where they are?"
There's also, I don't know if you watched the Amazon documentary, but you know when Spurs signed, you probably won't watch it because it's Spurs, but I watch all of them. It's when Mourinho was in charge. But you know when they signed Buendia or something, it weren't Buendia, I can't remember, Budajan or something like that. There was a point where he came in to meet to talk to Mourinho, and Levy was there, and Levy just turned around to him and he says, "You better play well and you better score me a lot of goals because you've cost me a lot of money."
Great introduction.
Is it? no pressure, right?
Welcome. Let's sit down. Let's have a little chat.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, fucking bloke's an idiot.
Yeah, his family was there as well. It was just most ridiculous sort of welcome. Carl says, "I was worried you lads might fall into bad form after that, but fair play came back and slapped him." Yeah, it's a worry. It was a worry that we might take a bit of a downslide, but there's something in that team at the minute. They're like the bloody Avengers or something. It's just there's some kind of feeling in that team. And they're not talking anything about being at the top, being in Europe or anything like that. Every time they get a question from the reporters about that, they just go, "We're not even focusing on that. We're not interested in that. We're just taking one game." But
you're just going under the radar. That's what you do.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just snaking it, nice and quiet. You're not giving it the big large, your management's not coming out, and you've got no big PR going on.
No.
You're just going week to week to week, and you can't knock it, can you?
No, you can't. 100% you can't. How do you pin like a link to the top of the screen? How do you do that? Do you know? Or is it a YouTube thing?
No, I don't know, mate.
I don't. Is it mods that can do it or something? I'm sure I've seen Lee say.
Well, you can do it in the bottom. You can do it on the bottom one.
So if I put the link in here, yeah,
you just create another banner, a different banner.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, that's going to go across the bottom of the screen, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all right. It's nice and bright and red.
Yeah, let's have a look. Hold up.
Just click copy and paste your link into that.
I don't want it there. No, so not exactly. Oh well, I'll look into it and sort of do it another time or whatever.
Put it there, and you can move it. You can move that up to the top.
Can you?
Get rid of your powered by StreamYard thing. Get rid of that.
Yeah, well, you can't because I'm on free. I'm on free, aren't I? You've got to keep it on if you're on free.
Oh yeah.
You can't actually get rid of it. Right. Where was I on the chat? I know mouth to mouth call. I'm not sure what's going on there, but right. Okay. So let's have a look. Joanne. I would pay to see it. Mr. Tell, come join us and marvel at our dusty cabinets, is the quote I heard. That's probably what he said to him. That's perfect, mate. Why would Villa want him? Emery is a shrewd manager, got sense. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that one at all. History of the Tottenham. Not us. There's stream links there, so if you want to jump on, you can. And does it not come up as an option to pin when you click the comment? Let me have a look. No, it just says ban or delete. I thought it was a mod thing, that a mod could... Can you do anything with it? I can store it, but that don't do it, does it?
I'm not a mod, so I can't, mate.
No, I just wondering, because Cole's a mod, so I just wondering if he could actually pin it at the top. Big up. How you doing, Anthony? You all right, mate?
Big up, Anthony.
No, it's not a mod thing. I keep the only reason I asked that, I don't know if it, you know, our Lee Gunner tends to use YouTube, don't he? He actually uses YouTube, not StreamYard or anything, I think. And I don't know if it could be something that's part of that, so you might not be able to do it on here.
I don't know. I've never done it, to be honest.
No, I've no idea, to be honest with you. Hey, you know, like some of these YouTubers, maybe they should like do a video and just let people know how to do these things. Probably not, but Lee asks the mods to gather the links in one comment. He pins it. Okay, it must be a YouTube thing then, because I've got no.
No, he pins it in the. He pins it. He doesn't pin it on the screen. He pins it in the links down below.
Yeah, it's at the top of the page, isn't it? The links actually stays at the top of the page. I don't know how you actually do that.
Don't think you can do that if you're on the freebie. I think be a paid whatever.
No, well, I'll just drop it in here every now and then if anybody wants to jump on, they can. Put it
on a banner. Just put it on a banner down below. Just put it on where we amend your banner you got now. Put it in there.
Oh yeah, I can do it like that.
Yeah, that's it. You've done it there. Look.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to be... If you can click a link, it's better, isn't it, than actually having to type all that out.
You've only got to copy and paste it.
Yeah, I mean, if they know what they're doing, but yeah, 100%. Well, they should do it, the YouTubers. If there is 3 dots next to the comment with a link, click it and select pin. There is that, but it don't say pin. It just says delete comment. I think, like Jez says, it's because it's free. It's because I'm on a free screen.
You are restricted to some of the things that you can do. I'm no expert on it at all. I am not. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to do certain things, but there's certain things I can't actually, get right or anything like that. So I'm going to just chuck them into certain people's chats. And then I'll just keep putting it in the chat every time I decide to sort of do it. And we'll just go from there, basically. But, next week we've got Fulham. So if you do mess up against, against Manchester City, we've got every chance of taking that second spot back.
Yeah. Absolutely. Look, I'm not sitting here giving it the large. I was listening to a channel earlier on this evening, and a gentleman from Canada, and fuck me, what are these people on? Pure delusion.
Yeah. It is with a lot of them, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Not worth listening to be honest.
It's embarrassing, to be honest, isn't it? It's actually embarrassing to see them actually doing these things and just keep fucking saying stupid things that just make no sense. I mean, it's like ego. I mean, how do you argue against somebody that don't have no common sense?
It was him, and the amount of people in the chat. The amount of people in the chat were saying, "You're talking bollocks, mate. You're deluded. you're this, you're that. And I'm thinking, are you just doing this for the hate, or are you just doing this because you're thick?
Yeah, isn't it? It's weird.
No,
I mean, it gets views though, don't it? I suppose.
Well, it does, and that's the sad thing, because you know, I went on a stream last night. Rashid, he asked, great chat.
Yeah, same here.
2 or 3 other lads on there. Really, really, really good chat.
Yeah.
There was no bollocks. There was no bullshit. And it was just pure and utter genuine conversation, and great comments made, in fairness.
Yeah.
You know, and it was factual. The only issue I've got with it was I was being like treated like a god, you know, and I appreciate people's respect, but I'm not a god. I'm not, you know, I'm not. I'm just me. And
you're a goddess, aren't you?
Yeah, that's more like it. It is.
I have the link copied, so I can paste it in. Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it. If you can do that, then go for it. Mama says, for fuck's sake, typos rule. Absolutely. I've dropped the stream link to a few people. So if you want to jump on, you can, as I keep saying. This is a final whistle, so it's kind of no holds barred. There's no major rules to it or anything like that. Talk about whatever we can. But, I mean, at the minute, the main topic is that superb battering of Brighton this morning. I mean, 12:30. I mean, that's not even that early, is it? And I still nearly missed the damn thing.
I don't know. The only game I saw today was the Villa Wolves game.
No, did Wolves win that?
Won it 2-0, yeah.
Yeah. That Cunha looked good today, didn't he?
He scored, yeah. It's a good goal too. Good goal.
Looked good, he did today. Very good. The thing with Cunha, I look at our team and stuff like that, and I'm not even sure why we need him, to be honest. I mean, he'd be a good player to have, but in my opinion, and I said this before as well, you are going to earn your shirt. You're not just going to get it. You know, I don't care how good you are, how much you cost. If you come into this club, then you're going to earn your shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it's a bit of a waste him going to Saudi, to be honest.
What, Cunha? Cunha's not going to Saudi, is he?
Who's the one who's going to Saudi?
Duran.
Oh, Duran. That's it. Duran. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, he's gone, hasn't he? He's gone.
Duran.
The thing is though, Jez, I mean, it's like I was thinking the same, but I saw something the other day, and I have to agree with it as well. If you got a chance of doing that and like, what do you call it? Stay there for I don't know how long on a big contract and stuff like that. You're setting your family up for life pretty much with that move. So why not?
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. If you when you was in your job or when you was doing your job, if somebody came over and went, "Oh, can you do the gas in Saudi Arabia and we'll give you like 6 times more than what you're getting now," would you have gone?
Yeah.
Of course you would. Of course you would. I mean, it's just common sense, isn't it, really? Yeah. He's 21. He could come back here when he's 23 or something. And I've heard he's a bit of a difficult character anyway, to be honest. Nuno should get manager of the year regardless. When Slot wins the league, your manager deserves it more. Oh, I'd agree. I'd totally agree, mate, to be honest. Totally agree. I mean, we still don't know what's good. Well, yeah, to be honest. Everton's got to play Liverpool. Everton's on a bit of a run at the moment. They did 4-0 over Leicester today. So that's going to be an interesting game, Everton-Liverpool.
Yes, that's when's that? Wednesday night? Tuesday night?
I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. I might cover that one actually because I do like Everton. I always have.
Oh, I'll tell you what is interesting. I'd love to
that?
have a chat with Mama Flossie about this one.
Yeah.
Newcastle on a bit of a slippy slope at the moment, losing a few games.
Yeah.
Just a bit of hope for Wednesday night. Not much. A little
I
bit.
don't know because I suppose it depends like what you've got in for that time. If you're actually going to do anything on the transfers. I mean, I'm doing a transfer show on Monday for the deadline day. Probably going to start following Sky because there's nothing else on, I don't think, and TalkSport. I think Jim White starts on TalkSport about 6:30, 7:30. So I'll probably drop over to that after that. I do like Jim White.
Look, let's be honest, Arsenal aren't going to do fuck all.
Not looking that way, is it?
No.
It's definitely looking that way, sorry.
It's all bullshit. All this, we're in for this. We've had it all before. It's just bullshit. It's PR bullshit. And, it ain't going to happen.
Nah.
What we today? 1st of February. Monday, 11 o'clock Monday.
Yeah.
Ain't going to happen.
Don't you think that you'll just do something that might just be like a panic? Because the Watkins one looked a bit panicky to me, personally.
Yeah, that was never going to be done, was it? Because 65 million, they offered 40. Come on. Same bollocks like we did for old Suarez. 40 million plus a pound. Come on, you're taking the piss here.
It's crazy and it's absolutely stupid. But I mean, if Arteta keeps saying that we need a striker, we're desperate because that's what he's saying now apparently. Why the hell you could end up with a 1 year, mate. If we decide to get rid of a 1 year, you could end up with him.
Yeah, well,
he weren't bad today, to be honest. Did all right, to be fair, when he came on.
Yeah, not seeing it, mate. Not seeing it. Sorry. We'll probably get a goalkeeper. Some unknown goalkeeper from the back of Azkaban,
How many goalkeepers is that you've signed? Are you trying to keep up with Chelsea? They've got 9, haven't they?
Well, in fairness, look at what our back goalkeepers are. Neto and a young 21-year-old we bought from Ajax, who's an international player. I will say that.
Right.
Setford. And that's our backup goalkeepers.
Right.
As I said last night, we used to have a period in time, and I can go back to 89 in saying all this, that we used to have 2 top class in the squad. We ain't got that no more.
Yeah. What's this call saying here? Benzema, Higuain, Draxler, Villa, Ben Arthur. He was a good player, that Ben Arthur. Kante, Suarez, Sesko, a few to name of obsessive journo links. Yeah, that's Benzema wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest, but I don't think you're going to go and get him, to be fair.
No, I can't see it.
Didn't he go to Saudi?
Hey?
Didn't Benzema go to Saudi?
Oh, no idea.
Pretty sure he did last transfer window. 93 million for Lamar in 2017. Remember that hype for his deluded fan base. You've always had like loads of little rumours and stuff like that, and then when it comes to it, I do think you're gonna get one, maybe. I don't know who that'll be or where it'll play.
Won't be the player we need though.
No. 100%. I'd be excited to sign a goalkeeper.
What? That's a quick question. Change the subject. What is going on in America with all these plane crashes?
It's quite strange, isn't it? Another one yesterday, wasn't there?
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Well, there's another one today as well.
Well, no, I'm just going. There's that one in Washington. There's another one. That one today in Philadelphia, or yesterday, Philadelphia. Bit weird, isn't it? I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm not saying that.
It is odd. It is odd. I mean, I don't think the Democrats are that bad that they'd start crashing planes and stuff like that. I mean, but the thing is, it's like, I tell you what did make me laugh though the other day. I was watching an interview when Trump was talking about it, and one of the reporters turned around and says, "Are you going to visit the crash site?" And he turned around and he went, "The crash site's underwater. What do you want me to do? We're swimming." So,
I think that guy is an absolute prick when he was saying, they haven't had an official investigation yet, and he's making comments, "Oh, the helicopter was flying too high, da 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 da." Shut your mouth, man. Leave it to
the I agree. I do agree.
Leave it to the experts. Let them do their investigation. And then come out with the facts, because
I do agree on that, to be honest.
Yeah, you shouldn't say things like that.
No, not until he's
Who knows what happened? It could have been. Yeah, I mean, I think the guy's a prick myself.
He's blamed it on DEI, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, it's like that's like going to his narrative, so it's not really doing him any favors. So, out of all the things he's done so far, I agree with a lot of things he's done so far, and he's got them done quick, and I agree with that. But watching him say something like that, I just thought, bro, come on, can't give it like that.
To the families, sad, poor people, and he comes out with this sort of bullshit that the military helicopter, they're not allowed to fly above 200 feet. It was flying too high, this, that, and the other. You don't know that.
Yeah, I agree with that, Carl. Mate.
Shut up. Shut up. Show some compassion for the people that died.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, I don't have nothing against him. I think this country could do with something like that, to be quite honest with you, because there's a lot of things in this country going on that I'm not liking a great deal. They're saying if Villa get both Felix and Rashford, it might be a chance we get Watkins, but I can't see it.
No.
I think did he not get injured today? I think he did his groin, didn't he, Watkins?
I don't know.
He was running for the ball. And then obviously something happened with his balls, because he was like, when the player's running and then they pull up and nobody's anywhere near them. He did that, and then he just kept feeling his groin. I mean, he could have been having a wank, I don't know, but and then I think he went off. So I think that could be an injury. So that means that definitely won't be happening. I mean, there'll be people who said he'd done that. Arsenal top gooners will be saying he's done that on purpose.
We've bought players with a broken back before. So,
well, yeah. Who's that player you bought with the leg thing on? With the leg brace on? It was Vieira, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
he's in the leg brace.
We'll take any old shit, mate. Any old shit, we'll take it.
The gift that keeps giving. That's strange too. Crashes, spooky. It is a bit weird. It is a bit weird, but I agree with Jez. I mean, find out the facts before you start going talking like that, because you're not doing yourself any favors. The second one was an air ambulance taking a sick girl home, crashed 30 seconds after takeoff. Yeah, that was the one, and I think I agree with Jez on that as well. That think of the families and stuff like that, instead of just going, "Oh, it's this or it's that." And I mean, his whole argument was that he owns an helicopter, so he knows how it works and all that kind of thing. Why is an helicopter going over a runway? A military helicopter?
Now, from looking at what I've seen, I'm no expert here at all, but there's a military airport north of
That's right. That's right.
They fly down the Potomac River, but they're not allowed to go above 200 feet. But they diverted that American Airlines plane onto another runway.
Right.
Apparently, the pilot of the helicopter said he wanted visual something or other, and they're saying he was looking at the wrong aeroplane.
Right. Well, I mean, what I heard was basically the helicopter actually had the wrong channel, like radio channel on.
They
couldn't hear him telling him.
Military and civilian. I mean, to me, I am not an expert on this,
No.
but I think it's bloody weird. You've got a military airfield up the road, right? Why don't they make them fly a different loop? Like not fly down the same route. You got an airliner coming into land there, and you've got a bloody helicopter coming down here. Make the helicopter fly a different route. Go round there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's all sort of like hindsight stuff, though, isn't it? Carl Rossi, biggest problem in society is folk who are emotionally invested with the left or right, as if it's their football team. Politicians should be judged on performance, regardless of what side they are on. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And the performance of... I seen something on YouTube today. What can Keir Starmer do to gain people's trust? And I just jump off a cliff. And Trump don't like our government, so I like him for that. It should be simple, but as retarded humans have to complicate it. Well said, Joanne. All the victims on the jet were from Mexico. My days. Ireland beat England 27-22 in the rugby today at the Six Nations, but I think France will win in the Grand Slam. Well played, Ireland. Well done, Ireland. And Anthony, very happy Carl being off French, off Irish. Yeah. I mean, look, whatever goes off over there, doesn't it? I mean, it's a proper shit show, which should get sorted out eventually, I would imagine. But the Starmer-Trump thing is getting a bit crazy because Starmer's just been a complete twat.
Can be interesting.
There's a lot of things to come out yet. I mean, it's like the thing with that lad, the Southport lad. There's a lot of things coming out about him as well, and there's a lot of things that's not been told to people. So there's a lot of upheaval going off in the UK at this point in time, and it's getting a bit crazy, to say the least. And shows like Blacklist reach that show corruption and conspiracies in governments, and since 2023, that's all you see, and they don't hide it anymore. Very true, mate. Very true. That's a good call. You think France will win it? So yeah, they're talking about the rugby. But what other like games have you got tomorrow? Because you've got yours, haven't you? As Man United must be playing, I would assume.
Yeah, Arsenal's 5:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you've got Brentford Spurs, you got Man United Crystal Palace, Arsenal Man City, and then on Monday you've got Chelsea West Ham.
Oh, Chelsea West Ham.
That should be a good one, shouldn't it? Chelsea West Ham.
That'd be a fiery one.
Definitely. It's a derby as well, isn't it? So that should be a decent one. So some not bad derbies then this week, because then you've got Everton Liverpool, which is normally a decent game as well to watch at Goodison Park. So
they're playing some good football at the moment, Everton.
Moist factor.
They're fighting. That could be an interesting game.
Yeah. So hard with France, Anthony, matey, we should, but we can be so unpredictable. Hard to call. It's toss-up between Ireland or France. And Anthony says, I jumped on, but the Royal Rumble is live on YouTube at 11 p.m. I'm watching it with my son. No worries, mate. I mean, it's not off 10 yet. You can come on and then go off, I suppose, if you want to. It's up to you, mate. But just come on, have your say or whatever, and then go and watch the Royal Rumble. I haven't watched any of that. WWE, I haven't watched any of it for a while now.
WWE?
Yeah, the wrestling.
That's a girl's sport, isn't
it? It's men in tights, so yeah, maybe.
You're joking me. You don't watch that, Anthony. You do not. Seriously. Dear God.
WWE. I'll watch it as well. Well, I did. I haven't watched it for ages. I prefer UFC, to be quite honest with you. But,
Jesus
quite back
Christ.
on that. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's fixed. I mean, when I first told a mate of mine that I watch it, and they went, "Oh, it's not real, is it?" And I was like, "Oh, really? Is it not real? What? They didn't actually kidnap the guy's wife and daughter?" Wow, I thought that was actually
That is like
real.
back in the day, grandstanding in a Saturday afternoon, they used to do wrestling, like giant haystacks and all that. Like,
oh yeah, Big
it
Daddy.
was all so set up. And you used to get. Do you remember? I used to watch it as a kid, right?
Yeah.
If Arsenal were playing away and I wasn't allowed to go, I'd sit there and watch that with my mum. And you'd get old women come up and hitting them with their shoes and with their handbags.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's such bullshit, man.
I know a guy when I used to go ice hockey. There was a guy who used to go there, big dude. He's actually a wrestler, and he told me like all about it and stuff, the way it's all set out and all that. I mean, it's set up anyway. I mean, if you don't think it's set up, there's something wrong with you. But I mean, I don't know how old Anthony's son is. But he's probably at the age where I mean, even he probably knows it's not set up. To be honest, I not watched it since Hulk Hogan. Yeah, back in the day it was good with Ultimate Warrior and all that lot. Is real as Arsenal's transfer targets, and my son likes it, so I said I'll watch it with him. So he's basically watching it for his son, and he basically Mama DJ Crane and Lord DJ Crane. So yeah, I mean, so you've got that on. I think UFC's on as well. I think there's an early UFC, but I've got to catch up on that. Now that's good. That's well worth watching. That is UFC. You ever watch that?
No.
Oh, it's awesome, mate. If you used to like boxing and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty much like Ultimate Fighting Championship. So you can wrestle, you can do what do you call it? What's that thing called where you bend people's arms around and shit? Can't think what you call it now. Ninjutsu, thing, whatever. I don't know. But it's something like that where you make them submit and stuff like that. But it's got boxing, kickboxing. It's just awesome. It's really good. UFC started at 3 p.m. UK time. Was a good card. I won't spoil. Oh, okay. It's already been on. Okay. No worries. Jiu-Jitsu, that's it. Yeah. I think it was something like that. I actually was doing that when I was younger, to be honest. He's 9. I know it's late, but he's been good. Yeah, I mean, 9-year-old. He's bound to like
it. Does it?
If he's 9 years old, he's bound to like and enjoy the wrestling anyway, innit? Because that's when you sort of that age where you're all right with it and you enjoy it. It's when you get older you realise that it's all a load of bollocks. It is fun though. It is. It can be fun. I will say that. That's nice, Anthony. Have fun, matey. Yeah. I'm gonna get a drink in a minute anyway.
Give him a cider, Anthony. He'll be fine.
Yeah, pint of cider. Give him a pint of cider, Anthony. Good old Anthony. But yeah, I mean, if you can like jump on for like 10, 20 minutes if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Same as you, Mama, as well, because we haven't had our Jack's fix. Sorry. Haven't seen Jack's for a while, so we've got to have our Jack's fix. But yeah, so on to like next week, Fulham. We're going to be playing Fulham, who obviously beat Newcastle today. I want that one back, to be honest. That's one we've lost. We lost 1-0 to them at the City Ground with some very, very dodgy decisions in that game. So that one I would love to get back. We just got to basically stay on it now and just keep going the way we have done today. I think we get underestimated quite a bit, to be quite honest. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I totally agree with you.
I do think we get underestimated a lot. I mean, and when you saw that 5-0 for Bournemouth, there was like a lot of channels saying, "Oh, the wheels have fell off and the trees have been chopped down now," and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, well, I knew we've been able to bounce back most of the time this season. So there was always that possibility. But I mean, to beat Brighton 7-0 bounce back, I mean, that is just amazing. I watched the Door on Tour, that's another Forest fan. Follow and sub to him as well. I watched his like match day vlog and all that kind of stuff, and he's got like one or two of the goals when he's been videoing it and stuff like that. The atmosphere is just off the scale in that ground at the minute. Absolutely off the scale.
Well, not surprised.
30,000. I think it was a full house as well. 30,164. I think that's a full house, so we might be able to get 32 in now, but it was always 30, so I think that's pretty much it at the moment. But I don't know how I'd actually managed to get there, but if I can, I'll go and catch a game at some point. Be good to go back. Do a match vlog as well if I can.
How much is a ticket now at the City Ground?
I was looking into this the other day. Just give me 1 second. Because I can't remember what it was now, to be honest. I think it was about 50 or 60, I think, but it depends where you're actually sitting. Online ticket office. Online ticket. Right, so basically, if you want, you know, there's a Brighton ticket on sale there. I think that one's done, isn't it? Maybe you want to buy that one. Right, so if you click there, is that the... Yeah, that's it. So there's where you sit. No availability at all in the City Ground at the minute. And the thing is, it don't tell you the price because you can't pick a seat.
No.
So there's no way of actually finding out sort of how much it costs at the moment. I don't know. I'd have to ask Dor because he goes like week in, week out. So you got the FA Cup draw there. Why is the prices like not on there? They're away. Nah, they're all away games. So I don't know where's the next home game. Oh, Arsenal. How much is it for Arsenal? Let's see if we can. Oh, fuck's sake. Got to log in. Not let me look at it. Don't know then. I think last time I went, it was about 28, 30 quid. So I would imagine being in the Prem now, it's probably 40 or 50 or something like that. It might even be more than that. I don't know. Definitely something I want to do though, but I don't think there's any. Unless you're like a season ticket holder or whatever. I think most of the seats are all accounted for anyway, so you can't actually can't get in there anyway. Is it hard to get tickets not being season ticket holder? I think it is at the moment because we're trying to build that new stand so we can have it all the way round. So we're sort of working on that at the moment. So that's taking a while. And when they've done that, I think that will like capacity might go up to about 45,000 maybe, something. So then you might be able to get in. $1 billion, Dr. Evil Voice. Right, DJ. So, yeah, so that's pretty much what the situation is at the moment. And, you know, you talk to the fans because it's like he was talking to a guy who was a Brighton fan, who's another one with a channel as well, Luke something, I can't remember his name now. But he was like saying he wasn't sort of very confident. He went for a 1-1 before the game. And he was saying you guys are playing some amazing stuff at the moment, which we are. And I think personally we needed that Bournemouth kick up the backside.
So I'm just looking. Bear with me.
I'll find it.
Just looking. Hang on. Where are we? Oh, hang on. Arsenal away at the City Ground for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Is hang on. Oh, that's not it. Hang on, bear with me.
All right. According to this, it says for single matches, the average price is an affordable 20 quid.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest Arsenal, 26th of February, is £68.
Wow.
But that's not including travel.
That's not bad, though, is it? I mean, how much is it to go to an Arsenal game?
But you won't get that unless you're a season ticket holder.
How much is it to go to an Arsenal game? Ticket for Arsenal.
E-ticket. Okay, let's just pick a random game, shall we? Let's just pick a random game. Let's say Arsenal Fulham, which is not a Category A game. E-ticket, upper tier. So you're up in the gods. You're right up gods.
Yeah.
On the west and the east is £94.
Wow. And that's not a very good view, though, is it?
Oh, you're up in the gods, mate.
Yeah.
You need binoculars.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Home ticket at the City Ground. 24 quid to £26. That's actually gone down from when I used to go. It used to be like 28 to 30 quid. It's now 24 to £26. That's a bloody bargain, that is, isn't it? Especially nowadays.
Right,
probably have to pay more when we go away.
This is the piss take, right? On ticket exchange, i.e., somebody, an Arsenal season ticket holder, can't make the game, but to hold their season ticket, somebody like Kenny, for example, right? He's in block 25, I think it is. Right, so it's on the corner of the North Bank and East stand.
Yeah.
If you lower North Bank, block 251, which I used to be in, right? Pretty much, if that's on ticket exchange, right? £196.
Wow. Bloody hell, man.
It's disgusting considering.
That's ridiculous.
Considering the bloke that's put that ticket in isn't paying that. So how much money are they making, man? Come on.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. That's probably why, you've got 850 million spent. I mean, the amount of money you bring in, I would imagine, is pretty big anyway with the merchandise and all that kind of stuff. And the tickets and stuff. I don't like the lottery system thing. I think that's just fucking ridiculous, to be honest.
Waste of time. That's a waste of time.
Matman says, need a bank loan for some tickets? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, I would say that if you actually got yourself a season ticket at Forest and just just stuck with the home games, you'd probably be doing it cheaper than going to the away games as well. I bet that's where it costs you the most when you go away to other grounds.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I think that
I'd love to do it. I just can't afford to do it. So there's no way. Yeah, I could do it, and I like doing the watch along things anyway. But it would be good to be able to do a match vlog and go to different grounds and stuff. I mean, I'd love to see the Emirates and go into Anfield and all them type of grounds. I'd love to go into all them type of grounds, to be honest. Be awesome. The only ones I've been to is was it Rotherham, Scunthorpe, I think it was Bristol City, can't remember, and then there's like another few, Millwall, one or two others. You can't beat when you go away as well into other grounds and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's just different, isn't it?
I just love the away games.
Big up, dude.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, Carl.
Hey Jez, how are you,
matey? All good. I'm just going to grab a drink, guys.
Yeah, all right, mate. No dramas.
I wasn't listening to the last minute of what you were saying, so Jez, if you want to continue the topic, let me know. I wasn't listening there for a minute, so.
Yeah, we were just talking about the price of tickets. I was just saying, if I went on ticket exchange, right, in block 251, where I used to be in the North Bank,
Yeah.
if somebody pots in their ticket because they can't make the game for whatever reason, but if you do it more than 3 times a year, you lose your season ticket position.
Yeah, which is great.
£194.
194.
That's lower. That's lower North Bank.
Fucking hell. That is insane.
Disgusting. Because the guy that put that ticket in for ticket exchange, he's not paying that.
No.
That's twice the price.
That is madness. I mean, that is absolutely madness, mate. And to think that the actual stadium is sold out week in, week out with what we're offering, with those prices, and even the season ticket prices I've heard are astronomically high as well. Like, I mean, it's insanity. Like, you're paying that, and we're not even going to win it. You're not going to see a single one of our players lift a trophy at the end of the season, year in, year out, essentially. Listen, more luck to anyone who pays it, mate. I wouldn't be paying that. I tell you that right now. Would you pay that now? Would you pay that nowadays, Jez?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, because if I had to pay that to go to the area where I used to sit for years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to cost me 50, 60 quid to get there, transport, plus not eating at the stadium or drinking at the stadium. Let's say another 30 quid.
Yeah.
Let's say £9 for a season, for the match program. So you're like, you're into 350 quid here. £350. Let's argument on that one.
Yeah.
But I ain't paying that. I'm sorry, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. It really shows. It's like at those prices, you can really see why the club is even pushing more and more and more and more each year to be almost like a tourist destination as opposed to a club, because people around the world who maybe live abroad, even myself included, you'd be tempted to pay those prices for a once-off experience. And if you can garner enough people to do that week in, week out, which, by the way, is not a good business practice in any sense, because that won't last. That won't last for very long. But you can see why they're doing it now. You need that, like, almost who gives a fuck kind of mentality to be able to actually pay for it. Like, it's insane. £400 for a day out, like, if you're not living right next to the stadium. My God.
It's madness, and I'm sorry, I'm just not doing it. Not doing it. And you have to sit there and listen to. I'd get thrown out anyway.
Yeah,
I'd be having a row with people saying, "Stop singing that stupid song. Stop talking bollocks." Yeah. I'll be straight out. I'll be ejected.
Yep.
I've just wasted all that money. You know what I mean? I'll be the stewards.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got a little story to tell you, Carl.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning that yesterday.
I bought a book. It came the other day. And it's all about the history of the Gibson Les Paul guitar.
Oh, lovely.
And you obviously know Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, he
fucking slush puppy.
The iconic Gibson Les Pauls were from 57 to 59.
Big up, Mama.
Big up, Mama.
Good evening.
They were the iconic ones. They're the gift of gold. And Jimmy Page had a couple of them, 59s. Martin Knopfler had a 58. Yeah, you can name some big names. Peter Green had one, which he gave he gave that to Gary Moore. But Billy Gibbons had what he called the Pearly Gates.
Right.
It was number 2. Number 2. The Les Paul himself, who invented the Les Paul guitar, had number 1, which is now in the museum, the Gibson Museum in San Francisco, valued in excess of $3 million. his playing partner, whose name I can never think of her bleeding name, she had also won. But Billy Gibbons, Provenance, which he played on the album Eliminator, like Legs and Give Me All Your Loving and all that. And all that.
Their best album by a mile.
He called it Pearly Gates. That was number 2 of the 57 era. I mean, that
Jesus
guitar,
wow.
God knows with his Provenance how much that's worth. Anyway,
who knows?
Just thought I'd tell you that.
Oh, that's amazing, mate. That is awesome. That is fucking awesome. But by the way, ZZ Top back in the day, y'all remember them? Jesus Christ, they were.
Yeah.
I still listen to them very regularly today. Like
I did the other night.
Yeah,
listen to Eliminator. The album. I think it's one of their best albums ever.
100%. 100%.
On that.
It's the whole way through the album. His guitar just sounds like a fucking chainsaw. It just makes you just go crazy. I love it.
Brilliant, isn't it?
How are you, Mama?
Brilliant.
How are you, Mama? You all good?
Yeah, all right.
All good.
Tired, aching.
Good.
I've spent 2 nights on the Saturday, so
nice.
No, not really. I stayed
running after Jax.
No, it was on Friday night. The little dog that I was looking after, she was a wee bit nervous.
Oh yeah.
So I stayed down here. And last night, looking really forward to climbing into my bed. There was just this monstrous lump lying there making these god-awful noises. And after I punched it, kicked it, nipped it, hit it with a pillow, it still didn't shut up or move, so I came back downstairs and slept on the setting again. So he's been banished to the back bedroom the night.
What's the little dog that you're looking after now, Mama? The one you took
she was just a one night.
Okay.
Overnight. Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Oh, I love Cocker Spaniels.
Yeah,
she's beautiful, lovely golden reddy colour, beautiful dog.
I love it.
Very, very nervous, very.
Oh, poor thing.
You know, tail between her legs and stuff, and so I just sat with her.
If I was to have another dog, right? I had a German Shepherd who I loved to death. If I was to have another dog, I would have a King Charles Spaniel.
You see him?
Love them. I love the big ears. I love them.
They are lovely.
I don't like Spaniels. Any type of Spaniel.
I've never been keen on them.
I don't trust them. It's the only dog. All the dealings I've ever had with dogs, looking after them, having them, working in the vets, everything. It's the only dog that's ever bit me. I've done Shepherds, Rotties, everything. Cocker Spaniel. Yeah. Only one.
Yeah. I think it was a Cocker Spaniel when I was younger, and I used to fear dogs. So there was one that turned up who lived across the road, and he comes out of the car, starts running towards us. I legged it. I absolutely legged it, and it chased me and like fucking lion pants on me back. Took me down straight away. Smashed my nose up and everything.
What age were you when that happened? What age were you?
I would have been about 10, 11, 12 maybe. Something like that.
No, I just had an image in my head of like you now being tackled to the ground by a fucking Cocker Spaniel. It's making me laugh so hard.
The Cavalier King Charles, out of all the Spaniels, is the nicest one. It is. It's the nicest one.
I'm not allowed to. She won't let me have a dog, so.
Oh, come on. Get one, Jez. Get one.
Get one. Jez, I'll send you some pictures of Jackson. You can just show her every day and see, look what we're missing.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, she won't have it.
Would you love to have one, Jez, yourself? Like yourself? Would you really enjoy to having a dog yourself?
If I had the real choice, I would have another German Shepherd because Gunner was my absolute he was such a beautiful, gentle little. He wasn't little. He was a big dog.
Yeah.
He was so gentle.
Yeah.
And
You've got to have dogs in your life, haven't you, Carl?
bullied. We used to have a pedigree Persian cat.
Oh wow.
Called Leo, and he hated me. This cat hated me. he would bite me, he'd hiss at me. He just didn't like men. And if he had a go at me, my dog Gunner would go up to him and like have a go at him, and Leo would just look at him and go smack straight across his snout, and then he'd run off. And I thought, you're a dog, you are. Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, mate.
No, I've never heard of a cat that's a feminist.
No, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that straight away.
Leo hated men, hated them. Not just me. Anybody, if any of my mates came round, he used to sit on this chair, right? And he'd sit on this chair, and he'd have his paws crossed like that, and he'd just look at you, and he'd just stare at you. And you're thinking, you know. I remember my mate Paul, rest in peace, came over with his wife for a meal, and Paul went to shoo him off the chair so he could sit there, and Leo just looked at him and went like that. proper got him on the arm. And
yeah, they're nasty as well, aren't they, when they get you with the claws?
Cat baits are horrendous.
Oh, they're the worst. Yeah. They're the worst. I'd rather get bit by. I would rather get bit by a medium to large size dog. A snap off them than a cat bite.
Cat bite goes straight through. I've had one in my thumb, in my finger.
Yeah,
got infected and everything. Right through to the bone. Bloody hell.
Their teeth are like pins, aren't they?
Yeah,
like pins.
They carry all bacteria on their teeth. They're really bad.
So bloody sharp. Jesus.
I mean,
Christ.
and if they actually scratch you, a lot of the time, sometimes you don't even realise they've done it, and then all of a sudden you'll just get a pain.
Yeah,
you'll look, and it's like fucking hell, and it just comes up all red. You're like, damn it. Half a day catches me, and I don't realise it.
I was never good with cats, me. I was never good with them. I love them, but I just can't read them. I just don't know when is the right time to approach or. When I was a kid, I remember I was like, I don't know, I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I was just like sitting at my auntie's house, and she had a load of cats, and like one of the big white cat just hopped up on my lap, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I loved animals as a kid and still do. So I was petting it like the way I would a dog, you know, just really petting it, and all of a sudden it was on my lap, and it just clenched its claws right into my thighs, right? And then it turned and punched, like bitch slapped me in the face. I was sitting there going, the fuck did I do? Like, I just can't read them.
Oh,
I can't. I always try to befriend them, but I just don't. No, they don't like me, mate. They don't like me at all.
I think one of the worst things that I've had from a cat was I was sat at home at my mum and dad's, and I think it was Jodie or it might have been Jeddy, I can't remember. But and I got my hand on the side of the chair, and I was just doing that. You know, like you do.
Yeah.
And it come up, and I didn't notice because it's obviously underneath and just watching and thinking, I'm gonna get that in a minute, you know, sort of thing. And I didn't notice, and it jumped up and it got me underneath, you know, where your nail is. It got me there. And you know when you sort of go, a cat tries to pull away, and it was ripping my nail off.
Oh, fuck off, man!
I had to sort of grab his hand tightly as well and pull his hand back so I could get, because he was actually ripping my nail off from the opposite side.
Oh, nasty!
That was nasty. That bloody hurt.
Devious little feckers, aren't they?
They really are.
Yeah,
they really are.
I mean, I love them. I do. I love cats, but
see, I mean, name. If I was allowed to have another German Shepherd, I've even got the name.
Ego.
Teta.
I call it
Teta.
What would you call him, Jez?
Yeah.
What would you call him? Gibson. Oh my god, yeah. Class. But Jez, it sounds to me like you want a dog. Get a fucking dog, mate. Go on.
Yeah, it does sound like you want one.
You're allowed a dog. If you bring one home, you're allowed. That's my logic.
We'll even sign a petition for you if you want, Jez.
Absolutely.
She wouldn't have it. She wouldn't have
We'll
it.
run a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Well, all you got to do is just say to Barbara, look, if you don't accept the dog, you can sleep in the kennel in the garden, and the dog will stay in the house.
Yeah, I don't think I'd try that. I think I know who the loser.
Well, with you going over to Australia for the wedding, just gently work on her all that time, you know, and then when you come back, you can sort of seriously talk about having a dog. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, isn't it? I mean, because it would be nice for you to have something like that. Because, I mean, you can't beat pets. I mean, what's the reason she don't want one? Is it because of the heartbreak of when you lose them?
No, I'll tell you what it is, right? When we got Gunner, he never really. He was very much my dog. He never really took to Barb's. If we were sat on one of the sofas, right, just sitting there, not doing anything, he'd jump straight between us.
Yeah.
Right.
He was very, very, I think, my dog, and he didn't like anybody else sort of in my space.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
He was brilliant with kids. Don't get me wrong. He was. If I took him down the pub, he was terrible. In the summertime, if there's any little kids running around, he'd herd them up.
Yeah. Sounds like my last life.
You could just get a little one, Jez. That wouldn't do that.
Yeah, one that she couldn't see.
I don't think a house is worth living in if it doesn't have a dog in it. Me personally.
Or a pet.
Yeah. Exactly. Each to your own, whichever animal that may be. But it's life is short, Jez, mate. Get one. Honestly.
Yeah,
they're the most. You know it anyway, mate. But they're the most amazing things. Like even this morning, like I had a private stream last night with Yeti, and I hadn't drank all week.
Big up Total Eclipse.
I went to bed. Hey, bro. I went to bed hard like last night. I woke up this morning going, I can't be arsed getting out of bed. And this big giant next to me burst through the door, wagging his tail, all happy. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go.
That is.
Let's get the fuck out of bed. And not to mention the amount of mornings I wake up where I just don't want to even deal with the world. That little chap, big chap over there, gets you straight through it. Those little moments, they're everything. Mate. For me, anyway. You know, for me.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're saying, but I mean, one question I got for you, Jez, is this cat that you were saying didn't like men. Where did you get the cat from? Was that something to do with the cat's history or something like that? Because Freddie is very, if you sort of walk near him, he sort of scoots away. Because I think his owner beforehand kicked him and stuff like that. So he's a bit skitty around your feet. Well,
that's actually a very good question you've just asked there. I didn't actually know we were going to get him.
Yeah.
She got him from she wanted a Persian cat. And I went, right, okay, let's go and have a look at some. And anyway, we just couldn't get one. And we'd contacted a few cat homes. And anyways, apparently the story goes, I wasn't there. This lady rang her up and said, oh, we've got this Persian cat. We're going to go and get it. And some other cats. If you want to come with us tonight, right, because we'd already been checked out and everything, you can take the cat. So she went down there. The first thing we had to do was take it to a vet because it couldn't breathe properly. That's because one of the kids in this apparently horrible house had stuck one of these little toy beads up its nose.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it had to go to a vet and he had to get a special tool and anyway, that cost us a load of solid money. And I said, well, I didn't know we were going to get one. And she said, well, you knew I wanted to get one. I said, yeah. I said, but okay, fair enough. I went along with it. And beautiful, stunningly beautiful looking cat.
Yeah.
And I went, okay. And he grew into being, we got him about 9 months old, I suppose. And from what she told me, the house, they took away quite a few animals. They were not fit to look after them. And I thought, fine, all's good. You know, that's good. Got this Persian cat, beautiful. And he just hated men. I think because possibly his background.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
more than likely.
I think he was frightened. He was a male. I think he was frightened of men.
Yeah.
From
our
his
last
upbringing.
Sorry, Jez.
And that's I think was the problem. But,
yeah.
Had to have been. It had to have been. Yeah, our last the chap we had before Arthur over there, he was the same breed, a bit smaller. We rescued him when he was about a year and 2 months old, we guess, and he was you could not bring another male of any species into our house. He would go straight for them. He was genuinely aggressive. The only male he could ever actually tolerate was myself. And we didn't know his background, sadly, because it was just from your standard. I don't know what the equivalent is in the UK. What we call it here is the ISPCA. It's just like a standard dog shelter. That's where we picked him up from.
PDSA, I think.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Here it's the ISPCA. So we saw him and we picked him up, and there was no history on him at all. So it was a pure project taking this. He was a bit smaller than Arthur, but he was about 45 kilos at the same time. Big chap, like. And he was.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's a massive dog, isn't he?
It was actually the one before. Yeah, same breed, Jez, but it was the one that I had before the current lad.
Beautiful dog. Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah,
he's a lovely animal.
He was gorgeous, and like you said, Jez, it rings a bell with me. Is like he was very much my dog. Like he would defend my now wife to the hilt, but like in terms of like listening to, following around the house, he was glued to me no matter where I went. I used to bring him to work with me and everything. Didn't give a fuck. He'd be just chilling.
The funny thing is, when I had Gunner, he was fine with my girls.
I love that Scout.
He was absolutely fine with them. When my grandson was born, he was unbelievably protective of him.
Big up Adama. You all right, mate?
I just don't think he liked Barbs.
Yeah.
And
cool.
I don't know. Maybe he saw something I didn't. But
don't say that.
He didn't like her. He didn't like her. And he was never nasty, never bit or anything. But if we were just sat on the sofa watching a film, right, he'd come and sit right between us. Just didn't like. If she gave me any attention, like we could never have him in our bedroom at night.
Really? Yeah.
No, couldn't. No, he'd get in between us. He'd jump on the bed right between us.
That sounds a bit possessive to me, Jez, to be honest with you. That sounds.
It is very possessive.
It's not a good. That's not a good thing. Like, I mean, it's sweet. It's sweet for you, but like, no matter how much you love your dog, it should always be a subordinate to any human in the household. You know, you have to lay the law down. Yeah.
You don't know how far that's going to go either, do you? That's the problem.
Even we took him to the person that she ran a proper dog training centre. We went there and had him trained and everything like that. And I explained to her and I said, look, this is the problem. We've got a problem here. I don't know what to do. And she said, right. And she came round it 3 or 4 times. And she said, you know, in all the years I've been training dogs, and that's about 30 years, I've never seen this.
Wow.
But he was never aggressive. He was never snappy or growling or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know. I mean, she used to go and walk him, and he was perfect.
Yeah.
Just when you were in the house.
But
Yeah.
just in, yeah, you're right. In the house, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was
Cash. That's what Cash was like.
I was just going to say you had the same with Cash.
That's what Cash was like. I fed him, walked him and everything. As soon as George came in, he changed like that. I couldn't go beside George, nothing. And he was growling at me. And I've never had that in a dog, never. And if he managed to get on the bed when George was in bed, I literally could not get into bed. Because he was lying there snarling and growling. And I mean, when he did do that, George was jumping up and like getting him off the bed and telling him off and stuff. And he says, I'm not having that because obviously I have my granddaughters coming in.
No,
And it's getting to, George is sitting on the settee and they're passing and the dog having to go at it. No, not happening. So he had to be rehomed. And I mean, he wasn't even a year old.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, well, when dogs or any animal, more dogs really show that kind of like aggression in that and that type of.
You can't risk it.
You can't risk it because you don't know what they're actually going to do and how far they're actually going to go either. Pain like Bane says, how far can it go in bed yet? So dear, we won't go there. And my ex used to growl. She was some dog, I tell you.
Well, we had like when we had our last dog, we had like it was just going back to your point about saying about when a dog shows aggression, like you have to take action. We did. It was easy for us. We took massive risks on him. Like he had massive incidences with family members. None of them were kids. They were like my uncles at the time. This is when we first met, the two of us. We were like 19 years old. We adopted this psychopath of a dog, and he was like displaying aggression to a point of madness towards absolutely anybody. And but the thing is, for us, it was easy. Like I persisted a bit, and I wasn't going to give him up because it was like a project and all that. But when it comes to when there's kids in the house, though, that's when I've never had that dilemma. Mama, to your point about Cash, like that's where I think everything would change because it's like if there's a dog like that that's showing bad signs, if there's little ones running around, that can't be had. I understand that totally, and you made the right decision. I think as hard as it was for you.
I tried to even speak to you about it, and I couldn't. Could I? Just like got myself way upset. But it was only when George was in the house was he like that. He wasn't like that at any other time.
So I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm laughing at Adama's comment.
The biggest, the ones that attack more sort of kids and stuff like that, apparently on percentages, is the XL bully. Apparently, they're the ones that actually have been known to attack kids.
My fear with this banning of a breed is whether it's justified for the XL bully or not, and I understand where they're coming from. But my fear is once that is allowed, where does it end? Because there's so many breeds that could be deemed potentially aggressive, right? Based on size, based on history, and all that sort of stuff.
It's owner, isn't it? It's owner.
No, we know that. But from a bureaucratic level, I worry because it's open. It potentially has opened the floodgates to like what could be next. Because I'm like the breed that I'm very aligned with is the Akita, and they are like often very
already tried to ban them over here a few years ago.
Well, there you go. Yeah, which is a breed that is thousands of years old, which is mad to me. How about sanction? Make it tougher to own them for sure. But
exactly
because the problem is it's happened here as well in Ireland. Ireland. We fought against British rule. And by the way, I'm going to be ousted from my own country by saying this. We fought for to get rid of British rule, but yet we follow whatever the fuck you guys do anyway. In 2025, we did the same thing.
Sense, does it?
Literally about 3 or 4 months after the XL bully was banned, we did the exact same thing here. It wasn't even brought up in the media. It just happened. I saw the article happen 2-3 weeks ago. I was like, what?
The next dog on the banned list is going to be the Cane Corso.
Yeah, you said that the other day.
I believe you, and that's ridiculous. That's an ancient breed, literally an ancient breed that stems back apparently to the Roman times. To the Roman times, they were for. Yeah. So don't fucking ban the breed. Just maybe make it really hard to own one, like it is owning a gun, which I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
Treat it the same way as gun ownership. You can have a gun, but you need to go through some training or some this or some that.
Yeah, I agree. I totally
I
agree.
am all for that, but to outright ban a
Yeah.
fucking breed, go fuck yourself.
I think
That
a lot of it
there's a
is
place up the way from me called Newbiggin by the Sea.
Yeah.
And, you know, when we had all that freezing cold weather,
Oh yeah.
Northumberland Animal Trust got called out. There was a guy was on the beach walking his dog. There was 6 Cane Corso puppies huddled together in the sand, probably about 6, 7, 8 weeks old.
I think also though, Mama, is the authorities at time are at fault. I mean, you probably wouldn't have seen it in your part of the world, but there's a guy on Meridian TV yesterday, 2023, walking his dog was attacked by 2 Rottweilers.
Yeah.
This guy lost a leg, he lost an arm and a finger. And the woman of 5 children, living in this flat house, whatever you want to call it, on the south coast, had been warned 3 times about about her dogs escaping from her back garden and causing trouble. 3 times she'd been warned. This one particular day, this poor bloke, he was 63, right, walking his dog innocently. Thankfully, his dog was unharmed. And it took 2 neighbours to get the dogs, these Rottweilers, off him. And the armed police had to shoot them.
Oh, my days.
When they came out.
Yep.
Because the police turned up and the armed police came and they shot them. She'd been warned 3 times. So you have to say, is it the problem of the dog or is it the problem of the owner?
We know the answer. It's obviously
it's the owner. 100%.
Humans
out of control. She had never, ever had them trained or whatever. But they used to break out of her garden frequently. Neighbours made complaints. Children, people were afraid to let their children play in the street because of her 2 sodding dogs.
Yeah.
Is it
definitely owners.
No, I agree with you 100%, Jay. It's not the dog's fault at all. It's about who's owning it. Like you see the same thing. Like I'm walking this beast who he weighs almost the same much as me. Like, would you believe that, right? But I bring him for a walk daily on the forest trail near my area, and it's a popular spot for other people. Every single fucking day I arrive at that forest trail, I'm always worrying, going, oh, there's going to be some other pricks there that have their dogs off a leash. You know, they're little dogs. So, they think it's okay. They think it's okay because it's small. It can't do anything. Legislatively, it doesn't need to be muzzled. And then at the same time, I'm like, you're going to walk. All of a sudden, you're swarmed by. Me and Mama have had this conversation many a times.
Yeah.
You're swarmed by 2 or 3 dogs. I'm holding this beast who is like, again, he's also a rescue dog. So he's not like, he wasn't brought up fully properly by my hand. He's a great chap. He's okay with dogs, but he's very reactive. He's a bit nervous around other dogs. And every day I go for a walk, he swarms, and I almost end up getting into a fight with other owners every single fucking day. So to your point, it is indeed the owner. It's always the owner.
Yeah. I don't get this. I don't get this thing where people just leave their dogs off leads now and just running around and stuff. I mean, I don't know if you remember it, but there was that thing a while back where that woman actually made out that this guy's dogs had bit her or something, and they hadn't bit her at all. She just rang the police because she didn't like this guy, and the police just came and shot the dogs.
Oh.
I'm not even going to go into it.
Don't.
Maybe just going to cover this chat, guys. Pain Like Babe, my ex-band, breeding, and that's why she's the ex. We got around 130 XL bullies exempted here now. The trouble is, when you get a tough dog, some owners are just idiots and they just want to use them to be tough. I have 3 protection cases pending for dog attacks, a Newfoundland, 2 German Shepherds, and a pocket bully.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
News.
strange one.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Owner's responsibility, Rotties must be socialised.
Yep.
If you, well, the thing is, they are blank slates. It's like people. When people are born, they are blank slates. It's what happens with them and what happens to them, which turns them into whatever they turn into. It's exactly the same with an animal. Whose fault was visiting that barber's collar?
My own mate. I can't blame the dog. He's on my case all the time.
He's proper on your case, isn't he?
I've always been nice to him too. I don't know what the fuck I did, but he's funny. He's funny. He makes
he's sad.
He's a legend. He's an absolute.
And Scout says, in the first place, it's always the owner, but when you increase the risk with your choice of dog, I mean, a mate of mine's got a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, and it's soft as shit. It's absolutely soft as shit because of the way he's brought it up. And I think a lot of it always comes down to the way you discipline.
Scal makes a good point.
Not prong collars, though.
He makes a good point in the sense that, of course, the risk is massively increased when you take on a dog with certain like traits. You know, that
I get that.
Massive amount of damage instinctively. But the thing is, maybe like someone who chooses to take a dog in like that, whether it's rescuing or whether it's buying one from a breeder, whatever it may be, there has to be some sort of accountability, some sort of, I don't know if it's legislation. I don't want the law involved, because the more law that's involved, the more our lives turn shitty, because that's what's happening in Ireland right now in every aspect. But like Scal, I think he mentioned that, I didn't read it fully, but in the north of Ireland, apparently you need a license, Scal, if you don't mind confirming. A license for XL bullies or bully breeds in general, and a chip as well. That alone would deter most people, especially if they're if they're bad intention and they already have a rap sheet with the law as it begins with. They're not going to go through that to even get one, so they may hopefully not go for one. And let's see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, spot on.
See,
so
I think
alone could be a deterrent.
Sorry, Carl. I think if you're going to buy a dog, be it a rescue, a new pup or anything, that you should have to have a license. And a license that doesn't cost you 37.5 pence like they used to. A license that costs you maybe £200, and you cannot have a dog without that license. And on that license, your microchip numbers on it and everything.
It should be the same as kids, though, shouldn't it? If you're not like doing the right thing by the kids, you get the kids taken off you, and it should be exactly the same with the animals.
Yeah, I agree.
But then the trouble is what they're going to do, because if they take the animal away and nobody else wants to actually adopt the dog, then what happens to the dog? It's life's done, isn't it? It's life's forfeit.
Well, already in Ireland, for example, our dog shelters are already like
spot on, Dormer.
Yeah, he was spot on. Yeah, it's probably the same in the UK too, man. I'm not surprised. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't have the answers. I just know what it is. To like, when you take a dog in, you treat it like it is. You're adopting a child, and you give it that much attention to make it the best thing it can be when it grows up, and hope for the best after that.
Totally. Totally.
But, yeah.
I mean, these 3 savage beasts that I have around me, and it should be muzzled when they go out like that.
I mean, like I say, I always look at it towards it being owners than anything else, because if you want to make your dog nasty, you can do it easily. It's not difficult to make it nasty. No. All you've got to do is just keep saying the same thing over and over again, because like I say, they're just blank slates. But when you're taking in rescues, you never know what they've actually been through. So when you're going to find out, you're going to find out properly what the situation is.
It's why it's such a great responsibility when you do. You have to dedicate yourself massively in towards it. And that's it's part of the reason why I always choose the Akita, because I know they're often thrown into the worst hands because they're fashionable, for the wrong reasons, sadly. Even though they're one of the most beautiful breeds by nature I've ever experienced in my life. They have such good qualities and everything, but it's, you have to dedicate your life to it. You really do. Honestly, you take it in. Treat it as if you should treat it as if you're adopting a child. Put the same attention into it. If not, if you're not prepared to do that, don't own a fucking dog. Just don't. Don't own one. Don't own one at all.
Yeah, you do have a chip on your shoulder. I think it's a McCain oven chip, to be honest. And I will tell you a hard truth: most of the people I've dealt with who own XLs are not the type of people
Completely
who
agree with
own
that.
them. Yeah, I agree with you on that, mate.
Same over here. Same over here.
Spot on, mate.
It's like some people get them because it's like a protection thing anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, they actually they don't get them just because they want a dog. They want protection when they're walking around and stuff like that. And you shouldn't be using your dog in that way. To be quite honest,
you should be protecting your dog. You should be wanting to protect your dog.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, not the other way around. You're dead right, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100%. My home says, "Don't fear the dogs. Be scared of the owner," and don't speak about the kids like that, Mama. Status dogs, or did you mean the panel 3 savage beasts around me?
Oh, I meant me doggies.
What you get out is what you put into a dog. Yeah, spot on. Absolutely spot on. Whatever you put in is what you will get. I mean, it's like my cat. Yeah.
There. There, Adona. That's the savage beast I'm looking at.
Look at him. Look at him, man. It's like my cat, because my brother's always disagreed with me, but it's like my cat. If my cat goes too far and like proper goes for me or whatever, I'll like, just like that on the side of her head. Yeah, side of his head. And then normally what he does is he thinks I'm playing around, and then he starts running around like an absolute lunatic, which is, I don't know, you must have this as well, Mama, with owning your dogs. Sometimes you actually do sort of discipline them, and they just think you're playing, and then they start doing that running from one side to the other because they're like really excited about what's just happened. It's like, no, that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point I was making. Big up, Dal. How you doing, matey? Big up, sexy panel. Nice fade, Rossi.
Cheers,
and I've trained a Rottweiler. Well, I mean, we can get into the training. A friend of mine, or used to be a friend of mine, he decided to get a prong collar for his dog.
No, let's not go there, Eddie.
I want to. The trouble is, they're not illegal. So there's not a lot you can do about it. But
they're not necessary. They're not necessary.
No, they're not necessary.
They're not necessary. But
the only reason you get like a
dog.
The only reason you get like a prong collar, in my opinion, is when you, like you've just said, Carl, before, when you don't put the time and effort in like you should do. So then it gets out of control, and then you think you've got to go to torture, basically, in my opinion.
It's like it's like humans wanting a pill to fix everything. It's the same. It's akin to that in dog ownership. It's just like, oh, get this device, get this electric fence with electric collar. That will solve all my problems. That's what it is. It's a shortcut. That just ultimately doesn't work, sadly.
Yeah. Scout Belfast says the crux of the matter is that if your Jack Russell kicks off, at least you have a fighting chance. You have no chance with an XL bully. That is true. I mean, they all big dogs.
From a physical standpoint, that is true, and probably by the way they're looking at it from the letter of the law, probably. Yeah. My thing is that we don't, whatever side of the world you're on, or even job wise, you don't want more legislation. Honestly, when it's not necessary. If it can be avoided, let's not have legislation in there.
I have more problems with little dogs.
Yeah, yes.
Having a little pop. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, cheers, man.
He's killing it. He's at us all this time. What the fuck is wrong with you? Be nice, bro.
Trying to have a go at my dog.
He's on one the night, isn't he?
And he would just look at them, and they'd come snapping and having a look. He was bitten a couple of times by small, and he'd just look at them. And I remember this lady once. We were walking over the river over there. Yeah. And I don't know what sort of dog it was. It was just an annoying little rat, and it kept having a pop. And I said to her, "You're going to control your dog." And she went, "Oh, he's only been friendly." Then he bit Gibson, Gunner on the front paw, and he just looked at it And I said to it, he'll eat that in a minute. I said, I swear down, he will eat that. So I suggest you get it back on the league and take control. And I said, if your dog's hurt my dog, I will be giving you the bill. It was only a little nick. It was nothing bad. But he was like, I could see him looking at it thinking, I'm going to eat you.
Yeah.
You know, because he would just pick that up by his neck and throw it up in the air and stamped on it. This thing, I don't know what it was. It was just a little rat dog. And this silly woman was, he's only playing. I said, well, he's just bitten my dog.
Sounds like...
I said, if my dog gets your dog by the throat, right, and
game
rips
over
out of it, you're not going to be very happy, are you?
No.
And that's what annoys me with people.
No, Jez, this is what I have to deal with every single fucking morning on that forest trail. Every single morning. My dog gets swarmed by at least...
That is.
Yeah, 100%. My dog gets swarmed every single walk, Jez, by 2 or 3 little small dogs off the leash every morning, and it's almost a fight every single time with whoever's walking it. It's a nightmare. Yeah, that's why people are the problem. People are the fucking problem.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I can remember like my gran had like a fox. I always get this wrong. Fox wired terrier or
wire-haired fox terrier.
Yeah, that thing. And but it was mad. It was mental. It would like run on the street and like try and have sex with Rottweilers and all this, that, and the other. And I'd have to like go in there and grab it, get it away before the thing ate him. And there was one time he ran up to this gate, and I was going to try and pick him up. And as I picked him up, I just dropped my head down at the right time because this Alsatian just jumped onto the fence and just snapped. And that would have completely got my head because I weren't that old at that time. So it would have completely grabbed my head if I hadn't have actually dropped my head down to grab him at that point in time. But he was insane. He went in to try and get with this guy's Staffordshire Bull Terrier. And the guy came over and he was like giving me gran a load of shit. And I heard him saying, if his dog's hurt, I'll fucking do and I'll this and that and the other. So I just went outside. I went, who the hell are you swearing at, mate? Do you want to knock it out? And he was like, well, you know, it's my dog and I've got to look after my dog. And I went, yeah, and I'm looking after my gran. I said, if you talking about me, my gran like that again, I'll kick the fuck out of you, bro. Proper giving it the big one because he was breeding the dogs and selling the pups and all that kind of stuff. There's some horrible people that have dogs anyway. You know, there's loads of dogs get taken away as well that disappear all the time. There's always missing posters for dogs. It's sad. It's a sad fact of human beings and stuff like that. Really, it all comes down to money with the dog fighting and stuff, and it's just ridiculous. Honestly, it's something that really needs to be looked at. Dal says, "You like dags? What you like dags? Oh, you mean dogs? Yeah, I like dags. What's that off? I remember that actually.
Let's be honest. Most dogs are very nice. It's the people that own them.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Totally, 100%. That's the case. But I do agree with what Scout said as well, that there is certain breeds that will take to that, making them nasty and all that kind of stuff more than others will. If you bring it up like that, they're already sort of bred in that way anyway. So you are probably going to get more of an issue with those kind of dogs, I would have thought. Sex with a Rottweiler. Jeez, most prefer poodles. He was mental, mate. He used to run out and try and shag everything he did. Truth be known, yeah, he was really the one trying to have sex with the Rotties. Just saying. Mate, I couldn't get in. It was supposed to be a threesome, but I couldn't get in there, so I had to try and grab him instead. Yeah, he and his gran don't mess about. No, my gran, it really upset me, gran, actually. But it sort of upset him as well when I went for him. Yeah, his gran took me down to the ground and put me in an armbar. All I did was smile at her. She would have done it all. 100%. It's very hard to legislate for dogs on leads in public places. It was put out to public consultation. once here and got downvoted. People want to let their dogs run. That's fair enough, but then you do that on your own garden.
But the thing is, right, where I walk my dogs on the bridle path and round the lake and everything, a lot of the time they're off their leads. If I'm approaching somebody and I can see they've got their dog on the lead, my dogs go on their lead before they get anywhere near them.
Yeah,
they've got a good recall anyway, and I just pull their leads out of my pocket and they come and they get their leads on. You have no idea why that dog's on its lead. It could be a puppy, it could be a runner, it could be vicious, it could be reactive. It's not a case of protecting that dog, it's protecting my dogs.
Of course it is.
100% scale.
Simple as that.
Yeah, I think that's it. But when you've got like 3 dogs running around and then your dog's there on the lead, your dog's kind of hampered by being on the lead, isn't it, really?
I was just going to say that. You're spot on.
You know what I mean?
You're spot on, because the dog, the dog you have on the leash feels massively restricted while there's 3 dogs surrounding him in a circle. I
have to be honest, if I'm out and their dogs is off the lead, my dogs is off the lead. Because if there's going to be trouble, they've got more chance of running away if they're off the lead. But they're too soft anyway. They come and hide behind me.
We could have an entire stream based on incidents that I've had.
Yep. Well, call it our favourite topic, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it always is. Rescue. It always comes back to it, doesn't it, mate?
It does. It always does. Apologies, people.
No, it's all good. And big up to Adama. Yeah, he just had to watch. Shame. Yeah, you know what I did? It was like 2 dogs, 1 cup. But I won't go.
I beg Mama and Jez don't get that reference. I really hope they don't. Oh my god.
I don't know, mate. But
I hope not.
And Puppy Corner with Yeti and friends. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, and I mean, there's a lot of people like, what about these people that own spiders, like tarantulas and stuff like that? What's that all about?
Sod that, mate.
I know. Tell me about it.
But Jez, you're going to Australia soon. You better be ready, my.
Oh yeah.
You best be ready.
Don't lick the frogs, Jez.
Don't lick the frogs. You can get them on them friggin' huntsman things that live in the corners.
I was just going to ask Jez, have you ever Googled a giant huntsman spider? If you haven't, do it now, and that's what you're going to possibly see.
Make sure you check up on them. Jesus.
You won't want to go.
They're bigger than the bloody dog.
We've got to have our decking replaced this year. It's all rotten, right? And it's quite a big area. And she said to me, "Oh, let's do it ourselves." I said, "Are you having a laugh?" I said, do you know what's under there? And she went, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's going to be full of spiders." I said, "No." I said, "I'll tell you what we're going to do. I've got the bloke who's he did the last one. And I said, he's going to do this one. And we're going away for 4 days while he does it. Every door, every window." I said, because he's going to rip the whole thing up and there's going to be bloody great big spiders sat under there. And I said, "You are worse than me with spiders." I said, "So you're going to sit there and unscrew each board and watch the spiders run everywhere?"
Yeah.
"Oh, I never thought of that." And I said, "Well, yeah. Yeah." I said, "So I'm going to like pay him to do it. We can piss off for 4 days somewhere and then let him rip it up, take all the shit away. Because if we take it up, we've got to get rid of all the crap."
Yeah, true.
Whereas I'd rather pay him to take it up, relay it, and take the shit away. And he can deal with all the bloody spiders. "Oh, well, yeah, I never thought of that." And it's like, yeah, well, I'm not doing it.
There's gonna be tons under there as well, isn't there?
I've seen, mate, in the summer and stuff. I can sit on that deck, hot summer's day, right, and you look through the gaps and you can see all the webs and things.
Right? Fuck that.
Comes to autumn time, right? By the back door, back we've got these bifold door things, you know, about 12 foot, and you can see them sitting there.
Yeah.
They're big fuckers. And I said,
Mm.
that's the bastards that come in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, last year, funny enough, we didn't have, the year before, I had 2 in here, do you remember? In my bins.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Last year, didn't have 1. And we didn't have 1 downstairs. I think maybe the downstairs, the cats get them. And, that's fine.
Oh, Freddie kills all of them. If he sees them, he kills them. I don't see any now.
I said, I'm not bloody pulling that decking up. No bloody spiders running all over me.
Oh,
no.
Thank God you didn't, mate. That would have been a nightmare. That's one of my favorite qualities of my wife, amongst many other things, is that she is not afraid of spiders. She deals with them all. She deals with them all here. The few that we get. So I'm the luckiest man on the planet, guys. I swear to God.
You know what? If I had one in my room, I used to sleep in a different room.
Yeah, same.
But I mean, the room I went in, there might have been loads, but I just couldn't see them.
Yeah. As long as you don't see them, it's okay.
We had some massive ones in the house last year. One was crawling up my bathroom wall. It was as big as the palm of my hand.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was about 11:30 at night. And I went in the bathroom, I put the light on, and I went, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Bang here on the wall. And I'm like, how the hell do I get this out? So I opened the bathroom window, got a soap dish.
Size 7 shoe, mama.
Got my soap dish, scooped it out, and chucked it out the window. I've never seen one that big, never. But
I always try and catch him and chuck him out, to be honest, if I can.
I'm not as bad as I used to be. I mean, that's drama 2 years ago, 2023, and that one got underneath our beds and everything.
I can remember that.
And I was like,
that was funny.
I said, "There's a big spider in here," and she went, "What?" I said, "There's a big spider," and she went, "Where?" I said, "Well, it's got under the bed somewhere." And I said, "You've got all your clothes storage boxes. It's in there somewhere." I'm not sleeping here then. I said, "Well, I've got it." And to be honest with you, I was like, I wasn't that bothered. I got it eventually. That it was about 4 nights later. I saw it come out, and I got it. I got it. But
that was when I said I could see it on the back of your chair, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Do you remember the mace though? When you had the mace,
the one that still hurts me is last year. That little mouse.
Mm-hmm.
I was coaxing him out. And I went to catch him, and I got his head trapped. I had one of them plastic boxes you get your Chinese things in. I was waiting. I went, yeah, got him, and I bloody got him round the neck. I killed it. That gutted me. That did. That gutted me. I thought, no, I'd have caught that and let it go. But
I think I've actually had a mouse because I was opening the bottom drawer the other day, and like all the paper and things that was in there got like little holes in it, as if it had been bitten or whatever. I think that's why, because I've cleaned the oven out now. I've sorted the oven out. Still getting a load of smoke. I reckon the family's behind there, and every time I try and cook something, I'm bloody cooking them as well. I don't know what's going on, but I have actually cleaned it and sorted it out. But again, even them I try and get out.
They bloody chew things, you know.
That's the problem. Yeah.
My cats are fucking useless. They bring them in, right? I know which one it is. She'll bring them in, let them go. And the other stupid one, Lily, I have one down here, right? I told you, didn't I? And it was sat under her chin. And I'm like, well, are you going to get it then? And she just looked at it. And I'm like, well, you're a cat. Are you going to get it? And I'm
thing
like,
is, it wouldn't have to move, though, in order to interest her.
Sorry?
normally with cats, they go for like movement and stuff like that. So if it was just like sat there,
I think it
not
was so
moving,
scared. It was so petrified, the poor little thing. I mean, I try, if it's a mouse, I'll try and catch it and get it done. I don't want to
same here.
But sorry, if it's a spider, bye-bye.
I don't kill them either, to be honest.
The worst thing is though when there's a big spider in your room and you try and kill it, and say you throw something at it and it misses, and you blink and the fucking spider's gone. You can never rest. You can't rest until the fucking spider is either killed or you leave the room. There's no in between. There's no in between. It's the worst.
You just get it in your head that he's waiting to ambush you. I tell you the worst thing for me about spiders. You know when they're hanging down on a web, and then you're all of a sudden walking around and one's right in your face like that. Oh my days, that absolutely. I just go like that, karate chop the web away so that it falls down onto the floor or whatever.
Mr.
Kill it anyway.
Yeah. Mr. Miyeti. Mr. Miyeti.
I could never, ever be in the
wax
army.
on, wax off.
Exactly. Web on, web off.
I could never do that. Like you see these amazing guys that do jungle training and all that, special forces guys and all that. I'm thinking, not a cat in hell's chance could I do that.
No.
Because I don't mind snakes, I don't mind mice, I don't mind any creepy crawly things. Not for me.
No.
How these guys do it, and they live in the jungle for like a week. I'm thinking, because they've got to pretend they're in real life, they're doing it, aren't they? They do it in real life. I'm thinking, how the fuck are you at night in a hole in the ground, right, in the jungle? You've got centipedes and spiders,
big buggers and all,
big bugs and shit like that. Oh, here's one for you. Right, this is true story. Right, a few years ago, 2008, 2006, one of them 2 years, the wife and I went out to the Dominican Republic.
Right.
Oh, that's nice.
And no, it's not. It's a shithole. Don't ever go.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's a shithole.
Fair enough.
Anyway, the hotel we were supposed to be on, for a month before we were going, we got notification it was closed for refurbishment. So they'd put us into this other one. 5-star, all-inclusive, da. So we were supposed to have this suite. First night we were there, booked in, and we got off the bus from the airport, and I walked in and I went to her. We've just flown 10 hours to go to bloody Scarborough. And I said, no way am I staying here. No way. Bearing in mind, this holiday cost us just under $4,000. Right?
Oh, God.
So I said, I'm not staying here. Anyway, the rep wasn't there. So they put us into this room, and you could see where the door had been jemmied open, broken into, right?
Yeah.
And we'd gone in there, and I've put the luggage down, and I looked at the door frame, and I said to her, I said, are you seeing this? I said, you seen all these little fucking bed bugs, or what they were, go up and down the door? I said, are you watching this? And she went, I'm not staying in here. I went straight to reception. I said, right, matey, I've got a problem. Get us the manager out. And this woman come out. And I said, you the manager?
Jez going full Karen.
And I went straight in on it. I said, right, listen, lady, we've flown 10 hours to come to this shithole, right? And I'm not staying in that room where it's got bed bugs running down the bloody wall. We're supposed to have a suite, right? All I see is people in a bloody swimming pool there playing bingo, This is not what I signed up for. You move us tonight now. And she went through the whatever and went, oh yes, you should be in a suite. I went, right, well, fuck us, move us to the suite. I'm not happy. So they did move us to the room we should have. But it was we had 2 king size beds. Right. Massive room, beautiful bathroom, all that, balcony, da 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 da. Anyway, so that was it. We went for a meal, shower, change, went for a meal. Lovely food, can't complain. Went back to the room with a couple of cocktails, which weren't real ones, are out there. They're all pre-mixed and everything. Gone back, right? Gone to bed. Next morning, Barb's wakes up, massive scream. In her cocktail she put on the floor, not fully finished, was this fuck off cockroach.
Oh my days.
Massive. Swear to God. It was almost as big as my mouth. It was massive. It was a green thing. And I went, oh my days. So it was dead. So I got it and chucked it down the loo, flushed it away and everything. And then she went in the bathroom. She came out of the shower. I said, Jesus, what's happened to you? And she went, what? And I said to her, your arse. It's covered in spots.
Oh my days.
And she went, what? I said, your arse, it's covered in spots. So I tried to position her in the mirror. And she'd been eaten alive by bed bugs.
Oh my days.
And I said, right, okay, I'm not having any of this. Anyway, that afternoon we're due to meet a rep. Anyway, about midday, she got really ill. She's really not well. So we went back and I said to the hotel people, you need to get a doctor here now. My wife is not well at all. Anyway, the doctor, this lady doctor come, very, very nice lady. She said, you've got blood poisoning.
Jesus.
She said, you've been bitten by bed bugs. And she said to me, no, they didn't bite me, probably because I've got tougher skin, but I think what the doctor reckoned, because my wife used creams and stuff, they were attracted to her. Anyway, we had to go to this pharmacist in this little Puerto Plata. That's what it's called, Puerto Plata. We had to go in there and get this particular cream and everything like that. And she was ill for 2 or 3 days. Anyway, we went back to our room this one day, and there's these 3 guys in hazmat, right? And they're spraying the room. And this one guy said, no, you can't come in. You cannot come in. You cannot come in. We spray him. Right? I'm like, what? I thought, what the fuck is going on here? And they were like spraying the room. Yeah, pulling the beds out. Doing that. I said to them, this is the holidays from hell. So while they were doing what they're doing, we went down. What we didn't realise, there was an adult-only area at the hotel. So that was all right. We went down and we went and sat by the pool and had a couple of drinks. And eventually we were allowed back in our room. And then these two women roommates pitched up, changed all the bedding, and they wanted tipping. I said, well, you can fuck off. I'm not paying you anything. We've paid for this. Right, a lot of money, and they were putting their hands out for a tip. I said, you can fuck off. And so eventually we got a meeting with this rep lady. I'm sure was drunk, right? And I said to her, right, this is a bloody shit show, this. My wife's had potential blood poisoning. I had to go and pay for this cream for her. She's still not very well. We were put in a room that door had been jemmied open. Door was running with bed bugs or whatever they were. We then come in this room. She's bitten alive. That night, we find a dead bloody great cockroach. I said, what show are you running here? Oh, well, we're so sorry, we'll make it up to you. I went, yeah, that's fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Said, Mr. Collins, you need to calm down. I said, I'll calm down when you get it right. Right? We've come here for a lovely 2-week holiday and it's shit. Anyway, that night, I had 4 restaurants, this hotel. And I have to say the food was excellent. So, that night, having a great time, met up some other lovely people, having a good laugh with them and everything like that. We go back to our room, both of us with cocktails. Yeah, both of us. We've had quite a few, as you would. And we sat on our balcony, watching the sea and all that, like you do, all romantic and everything like that. Not that I'm very romantic, but yeah, it's lovely. So she said, let's go back to bed. I went, right, let's go to bed. Now, we've got 2 king-size beds. One of the duvets on the other beds has been knit. So I said, where's the other duvet? And she went, well, the pillows have gone as well. I said, what the fuck is going on here then? Anyway, you get in the bed, right, and like, whatever. And again, next morning, she's been bitten alive because I didn't spot it. Again. When we went down for breakfast, and these couple we'd met the night before, they were great fun. We arranged to meet them and go down to the beach. And this lady said to Barb's, what's happened to the back of your legs? What have you done? And she'd been bitten alive again.
Oh my days.
So I thought, oh fuck. Anyway, that night, long story, I finished that right. Anyway, talking about spiders, right? So we met up this little group we've made up with now, little party, and we're having drinks and cocktails and lovely food. We all go to bed. We went back with 2 cocktails each this night. I had 2 mojitos. She had 2, whatever it was she had. We sat on the balcony, romantic, lovely, beautiful. Sit down, go to bed, pop them on the floor. Next morning, I wake up, the fucking spider like that.
Oh, man.
Swear it down.
You don't want that in your life, man.
No.
You don't want that in your life, brother.
I cannot
and,
wait.
And you're going. And you're going to Australia, but mate. Are you seeing the size of the spiders over there? Camel spiders and all that kind of stuff.
I'd never go to Australia. No.
Someone said you was going to Australia.
New Zealand, isn't it?
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, they've got bigger spiders there.
Anyway, there's a bit of information for you people.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Big surprise for me.
Mm.
My son and his fiance are coming back on the 7th of April because they're coming. She is Welsh and she's coming back, and we didn't know this.
Nice.
They're coming back to get married. So.
Oh, awesome.
Oh man, congrats to your son, mate.
So
that's awesome, mate.
Travelling down to Abergavenny, South Wales. I've got to pick him up on the 6th at 6:30 at night, and they'll be travelling home on the 27th. So little shit didn't tell me that till last week.
So you're not going over there now?
Sorry?
Are you not going over to New Zealand now?
No, she's Welsh. So she's coming home to get married in her hometown.
All right.
Benny.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
That's awesome. Congrats to them, by the way. Congrats, mate.
Nice one.
That's lovely.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Scout Belfer says, in our house, I'm that guy with the glass and the coaster. And
there's always one Scout.
8-legged freak. Please, Daddy. The thing is, when I try and catch spiders, I don't know if you guys do it, but when you put the glass over the top of them, I always seem to catch one of their legs.
Yeah.
And take one of their legs off. I mean, they do grow back apparently eventually, but I always do that. But even regardless what size. The only thing that with me is if I'm trying to get one and it fucking moves, that's it. I'm just, does me big time, that does.
Yeah. What makes
freaks me out.
What makes me always wonder is why do we have a fear of spiders? There's only a very small percentage of arachnids nowadays that can actually harm us. So what the fuck was existing back in the day to our ancestors to make us have this inherent gene to be afraid of them?
Yeah.
What the hell existed back then?
Probably because they were as big as dogs or something, Carl, and used to come in and eat them.
Imagine that.
Imagine. Oh my God.
You ever seen them videos of the tarantula dog?
I'm not frightened of tarantulas.
Spider dog.
I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
It's tarantulas. I've never picked one up, but I can be very close to them. I was watching a program they're doing at the moment about people's phobias and everything. Right.
No,
what gets me is just the everyday, ordinary house spider.
Yeah.
They're too
fast.
quick.
Yeah, they're fast.
Yeah. Tarantulas don't run fast. They're sort of. You get a big house spider, like Mama was saying. They whip it bloody quick. 1 minute they're there, and then they're over there. And then you can't bloody find the bastard. And he like, what fucking
yeah, you know, another thing that's bad as well is like, you know, if they're on the ceiling and they fucking, I wonder what that was then. It's a smoke. If they're on the ceiling and they're walking towards, have you noticed when they're walking? Oh, fuck off, phone up. I'm going now. I fucking ear touched my hand. Basically, they're on the ceiling and they're walking around, and they're like a little bit unsteady. They stay connected to the ceiling, but they get unsteady and they kind of slip. And you know, if you sat there and you're watching them walk, as soon as they slip, I fell off my chair once watching one of them, and he was just sat there at the top on the wall. And I was just watching it intently, thinking, "Oh, you know, let's not. Hopefully, this don't." Because you get this mad thing that this thing's gonna all of a sudden jump and land on my face or whatever. And all it did is moved its leg, and I went flying over the back of the setting. It's fucking mad. That's what the fear is, and I know where the fear comes from. For me, when I was a baby, and you get put in your cot, and you get like so tightened up you can't move or anything. One started walking up the bed covers and got on my head.
Jesus. You remember that? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
and I was screaming. I was absolutely screaming at this thing. Because obviously I'm a baby. Well, I'm at a certain age. I don't know why I remember that, but I always do.
That's bad.
And this thing was probably like that to me, because I'm just a baby on her. So fucking frightened the shit out of me. That. But I don't know what it is. Like you just said, Jez. I think it's because they move fast.
Well, I get my phobia from my dad. My dad my mum used to tell me, I don't remember it, but when we were kids, he'd have these terrible nightmares, and she'd have to get up in the night and strip the bed because he was convinced there was a spider in the bed. Now, apparently, he told me that during World War II, they used to have the old air raid shelters in the back garden.
Yeah.
And he apparently was in there with his mum, and he was on his bunk bed, whatever you want to call it, with a spider fell on him, and that's where he got his phobia from. I think what happened was that as a kid, that got instilled into me. There's not many things I used to go night fishing, right? Carp fishing and all that. And things didn't really bother me. Bats and mice and rats, and it didn't bother me.
No.
But it's not spiders. It's only the big buggers, the big fuckers. Other spiders, they don't bother me at all. I mean, I'll just throw them out the bloody window. It's the big ones. It's just, I don't know. They just look. Yeah, they're big legs and that's what gets.
There is just something about them, and it's just triggers something in people. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something that just triggers things in people, and they just get fucking freaked out. Me, even like talking about it, it's just like you start to imagine stuff. I mean, the amount of times I'm like, oh, what was that? You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
When they catch you, you always sort of like, I could be sitting somewhere in the house here, anywhere, and it's what's that? And they catch you out the corner of your eye, don't they? They suddenly appear. Oh, what the fuck's that?
That's right.
I did a stream with you once, and it was the second time I had one on here, and I was sitting there talking to you like this, and I went, oh!
I can remember.
Do you remember I stamped on it? Do you remember? And I went and picked it up with a pair of tweezers, and I showed it. And I went,
I remember that.
It's just, I don't know. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
AFC always says arachnophobia, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you scared of spiders as well, AFC. It's crazy though, isn't it? Because we're like big people towards what they are, and they're only like this big or whatever. I mean, the biggest one I saw was probably like what Mama was saying. It was like that. And that was on the wall somewhere when I was working with my dad. It was just, and I couldn't believe the actual size of that fucking thing. It was absolutely huge. But there's like a thing where it's like, it's always been said that they come into the house for the warmth. But looking into it, that's not the case at all. What it is you won't like this. If you don't like spiders, you won't like it. But you probably won't see them anyway. But your house is full of female spiders.
Yep.
So basically, they just stay in the one place all the time, and they'll come out every now and then, but not very often. And when you get them coming into the house, that's the males coming in to mate with the females.
Yep, that's true.
That's the one that's actually coming in, and it's said that it's to do with them coming in for the heat. It's got, well, I suppose you can call it heat, but they're actually coming in to get the lazy female spiders that just sit there and don't do anything and just wait for a male to come in. And a lot of spiders actually eat the male after they've had sex as well. Which I bet a lot of women would prefer to do that in life as well, to be honest.
No thanks.
That's a well-known fact. The female will, if the male can't get away quick enough, she'll eat it.
Yeah.
Give it.
Praying mantis is another one that does that as well.
Do you have those in England, praying mantises? Do you have those in England or no?
I think we do.
We have them in
I'm
France.
Sure.
Yeah, we have them in France. They're very small ones. They're very small in France. We don't have them in Ireland anyway, but in France they definitely do. But amazing creatures they are. Fabulous.
Have you ever seen
the hell is this?
In the fens?
My ear keeps catching my fucking hand. It's doing my head in.
They've got the biggest spiders you'll get. They're called raft spiders.
Oh,
yeah. Seen them. Yeah.
And they are as big as your hand.
Yeah. Horrible.
They're only small bodies, but
horrible.
They're fucking huge things. They're like that big as my hand. And they suspend on the water, and then they'll take a bubble of air and go down to their nest. Their nests are underwater. And they're massive things. We only get them in Norfolk or the Fenlands.
Yeah.
They're proper big though.
They always go on.
No, I'm done.
AFC always says spiders in Australia. No. Big up to John Ridgway. Forrester, another level now. Absolutely. Big up to you. Welcome to the cave. And I found a huge spider in a bag of bananas. I did, mate, when I was working at Sainsbury's. When I was banana eating, what they call banana eating spiders.
Brazilian wandering spider are known to hide in bananas in Brazil. They are lethal. The side effect of being bitten by one of those is that you have a 7-hour-long erection.
Well, you wouldn't need Viagra then, would you?
Well, there you go.
If when you find anything like that, you're supposed to inform DEFRA.
True.
That's probably
true.
how they make what they make Viagra tablets out of. Then the
It probably-
venom from that
probably-
spider.
Probably is. Probably
And I
is.
think as this topic starts to change, I'm going to me bed.
Right, Mark.
I've sent Mama away, so I have. I've sent
Yes,
her
you
away.
have. It's 12 o'clock and I'm done.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah,
That's
no
right.
worries. Yeah, we're gonna
so
drop
I
it.
shall
We're gonna
bid
pack
you all
up
good
in a bit
night.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good night,
And
Mama.
you,
Yeah, we'll
Mama.
chat to you tomorrow,
Good to
mate.
see you.
Peace, much
I'll be
love,
going
and all
soon.
of
I'll
that
be
joy.
going soon as well. I'll be going soon.
Yeah.
Night night,
Yeah.
folks.
Take care, Mama.
Take care, mate.
Well, I've told this story before when I was working at Sainsbury's and I was putting the bananas out, and the big fucking banana spider actually dead. He was dead, thank God. Not that I noticed that at the time, and it just dropped on my arm, and I just went whoosh. Chucked this spider. This spider went flying over the top of one of the shelvings and all this, that, and the other. I went back round. It's in this old woman's like trolley, and I was just like, whatever, out of here. So I was like, well, I don't know what happened there, mate. I don't know whether she had like a major attack or whatever. I don't know. But I found a huge spider in a bag of bananas. Daddy long legs freak me out, but what freaks me out more are moths. Yeah, moths can be quite bad. And then crane flies as well. They look like daddy long legs, but with wings. Call them leather jackets.
Crane flies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, crane fly. And
Have you ever
it's
seen Lee
basically
freak out live when he's in the summer? He's streaming, and a moth comes in. He freaks.
he does,
out.
doesn't he? Yeah.
Fucking hell, I'll sit there and go, it can't hurt you.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I get it. And they are annoying because they're like fluttering about and all that. But
What is a zesty name for an animal, by the way? Daddy Longlegs. It's
I
so
know.
it's so zesty.
Weird, isn't it?
Fuck, who named that animal? And who passed that for the council? Like, did that go
Yeah.
through? So every time I
Mad,
see
isn't
one,
it?
I'm always giggling to myself. Anyway,
Mm.
immature moment aside, move on.
It is a weird sort of name. John Ridgway asked, "Do you think Forest will finish above Arsenal?" Well, yes, these guys. But I mean, if we carry on the way we're going, then yeah, 100%.
You look more of a threat than we do. That's all I'm going to say, personally.
see tomorrow. Or, no, today. We'll see today, won't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
well, yeah,
absolutely. We will.
Hey,
Well,
boys,
possible.
I've got a bounce.
Yeah, I'm going to cut
Yes,
it now anyway. And right, okay, guys. Just answer this question from AFC Always. Gave the question to the panel. Have you ever had a bat in your house?
Yeah,
My loft.
Not had a bat in my house, but I've seen bats. I
I've
love
got
bats.
bats in my loft right now.
Have you?
Yeah.
I like bats, to be honest.
They're not a problem. They're not a problem.
No. All right,
The thing is, they're protected, and yeah, the only problem with them is there's a little colony of them. They're only little tiddly pippersquill things. They're only little tiny little things.
Yeah.
The only problem with them is they shit, and it stinks of ammonia.
Mm.
That's the only problem. But I ain't got. They're probably
Guava.
breed up there, which is all good for the environment, whatever. And
Guava?
Guana.
Guana, that's it.
well,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
Guava's a fruit, isn't it?
If I go up the loft, I know where they are. They're over in the far corner, right? And I go up there, and I pop the light on, and you hear them go. Geek, geek. They make a little, really high pitched. Geek, geek, so
Yeah.
just about hear it, just about. And I just leave them. They're over there. They're right over there. They're not bothering me. They're not causing any problems. So
Why not? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And they'll kill a lot of the bugs as well, and they'll eat a lot of the bugs as well. AFC always says Lost Boys is the best vampire movie. Oh, without question. Lost Boys is awesome. Absolutely awesome film. But anyway, guys, we're going to cut it there. This has been the final whistle. Thanks, Jez, if you want to sort of shout yourself out and stuff.
Yeah, Arsenal history and more, man. And we'll catch you all later, people. And subscribe to the Yetis channel.
100%. 100%. You want to shout yourself out, Cole?
No. I'll be in your next stream, maybe. Do you know what I mean? I've not in the plan. Just hitting out like in the stream. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, 100%. Nice one. Nice one.
All,
On so yeah, keep it real, keep it Yeti. We're back tomorrow. Don't know which games I'm going to do. Definitely going to do the Arsenal Man City if you want to jump on, Jez. And probably I might do one of the earlier ones. I don't know. It depends whether I get up, I suppose. But yeah, the main story today is Forest definitely fucking bounced back. And that's the one more thing. And we're looking dangerous, mate. We're looking scary. And yeah, thanks everyone who's been in. Big up to everybody. Thanks for the thanks for all the what's the word?
Interaction.
Support. I was going to say attention for some reason. I don't know why, but thanks for all the support as always. And we us guys are out. So Arteta out, you prick. Over to you, Jez.
Take care, people.
Take care, and over to you, Cole.
Fuck you, Arteta. Get the fuck out of my club, please.
Yeah, absolutely. See you all later, guys. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
See you, lads.